Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This is going to be another episode of SNTR Gaming News, and we're going to be covering the Elden Ring leaks without spoilers. I want to talk about how this might affect the next network test if they decide to do one, and the rumors about another one coming out. If you like these types of videos or talk shows, make sure and hit subscribe and the bell button. I give you all the goods right here on the front of the video, and then we talk about it for a couple of hours. Usually these videos are about 3 hours long. This is an SNTR update. Elden Ring leaks are out and they came from a data mine. We will not be going into spoilers in this video, but wanted to give you the information and even the heads up to be on the lookout for Elden Ring spoilers that are out there from these Elden Ring leaks. I've got a report here from Screen Rant that says the following. According to VGC, hackers who managed to jailbreak PS4s essentially acted as the catalyst data miners needed to regain access to the Elden Ring network test. Combing through the files, they unearthed voiceover and quest data and the keys to the kingdom as far as the plot, spoilers, and endgame content details are concerned. Without sharing specifics, VGC notes that the data regarding Elden Ring's animations, quest-related dialogue scripts, and 3,000 voice files appear in the leaks. It goes without saying that anyone wanting to remain in the dark about Elden Ring's story and lore should tread carefully in the lead-up to its arrival in February of 2022. So you should do your absolute best to avoid these spoilers. They're probably significant given the scope and the reach of what came out of this. Now, there are rumors that there will be another tech test for Elden Ring, which obviously I would love to be a part of that. I would love to be involved. I didn't get to be involved in the first one. I think this may give a little bit more meat and ground to some of my theories about they have aspirations to do live service elements with this game, given that they might do another tech test. I don't know why you would need to do another one or focus so much on needing to do these tech tests unless you had aspirations that extended beyond just basic co-op and PvP, or co-op and PvP are going to play a more significant role in this game, which again could give more grounds to my theory about them wanting to do a more live service approach to this game. Also, something to consider, FromSoftware might be hesitant to do another technical test given the scope of this data mine and given the scope of this leak. It could be something that they are maybe discouraged by. Nobody wants to have a game of this scope and size sort of combed over like that preemptively before the public can get their hands on it. Many people work on these games and even movies and TV shows, and they're always sort of out in the public saying, please don't post spoilers, please don't ruin it for the people who haven't had a chance to play the game yet. And this isn't even out yet. I mean, the game's not even in the public's hands. It's not like when a movie comes out and you have to kind of like rush to go see it. So given the scope of these leaks, and it was such a strange way in how they were able to do it with being on a jailbroken PS4, that being sort of the catalyst of getting back in to the technical test to do this sort of data mine, I think they might be hesitant. Honestly, at this point, they have shown us more of their game than most games ever do. I think that really sets Elden Ring apart. Many people speculating, I being one of those people, that this will be one of the greatest games ever made. We're going to look back on this the way we look back on Skyrim. It will be disruptive and memorable. It will be significant based on everything we've seen, from the Elden Ring map size to the gameplay, as well as just, it's very clear, a strong focus on making the story really good. Anybody who's a fan of Dark Souls games will tell you that the lore is incredible, but sometimes it's a little shrouded and a little bit difficult to find. Seems to be more of a forefront issue, putting it right out in front for everybody to enjoy a very good story as well as a very good game. So avoid those spoilers. Don't go to the forums, don't go to Reddit, don't click on the things if you think you might see something that you don't want to see. As always, if you enjoy these SNTR updates, check out SNTR Gaming, where I stream this live, and as always, hit subscribe and that bell button, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'll see the rest of you right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I was trying not to be distracted while recording and doing that. We're back on the rig that I had worked on, and I didn't do a test stream last night because I was too busy getting everything set up for split screen, so I didn't have the opportunity to do a test stream, and I was like, Well, I hope everything goes well. I hope we start up and don't have any issues. I hope we start up and don't have, we don't have an issue with the processor or the bit rate or the frames or any of that. I was like, oh man, I thought about that like as I pressed the live button. So if you're just tuning in, the Elden Ring leaks, they are out there. There is Elden Ring leaked information, not necessarily gameplay, but details. You're going to want to avoid those things. I will not be going into any of it. I myself haven't looked at any of it. There is a significant amount of stuff that got leaked through this data mine, and we are not going to be giving any of that to you today, so you can watch and listen in confidence, knowing you're not going to have any element of Elden Ring ruined for you. And that should not be an issue ever on this channel. We should never be going into like spoilers and things like that. I'm actually curious. I'm going to ask the audience here. Elden Ring leaks. Will you look at them? I'm actually curious. Will you look at them? We will not be discussing them here. I mean, we're discussing them, but we're not going to be going into them. But will you look at them? Curious if people would be willing to do that. Is that something that you would put yourself through? Like, yeah, because there are people that are like that. They don't mind knowing things ahead of time. They don't mind knowing the story or elements ahead of time. Maybe even somebody who's not going to play the game might be like, yeah, I'll take a peek at them. I'll take a look-see. I've had weird conversations with people like that before. They're like, I don't really care about spoilers. It doesn't really ruin the experience for me. And I'm like, I don't know how you could possibly say that. Setting up the office today. Lono's starting a new work-from-home job in January. I'll be around more. Let's go Rageless. Well, that's good news, Craig. I hope you enjoy the new job. I hope you enjoy working from home. Ashton says, part of the fun of Dark Souls is the mystery. So that's a heck no from me. Yeah, the no is running away with it. If you just tuned in, we got a poll at the top of the chat. We will not be getting into the leaks. I haven't even looked at them myself, so you don't have to worry about that being something that we do here. No spoilers. It's in the title. It's on the thumbnail. We're not going to be doing that, but I am curious. If people will be taking a peek. I want to look behind the curtain here. Currently, it's a 70-30 split on that poll. I checked out the weapons and things, but I skipped over the story details, says Barrier. Okay, so Barrier, you did look a little bit at some of the stuff back there, and don't worry, nobody's going to put anything in chat. You did take a little bit of a peek. Destro, nice. Yeah, another 80s tee for you, and I got the disc plates set for From Friday. We got our Elden Ring and our Dark Souls back there, so we've got our stuff going. And this is a little bit bigger than I want it. I'm gonna put this down there. It's a little bit bigger than I want it. Weapons are fine, I think, to an extent, says Ashen. I like being able to walk into new areas and them being actually new to me, says Combat. Not walking and saying, oh yeah, I read what happened here already. I am of a very, very similar mind to you. I don't want to know anything. I stopped watching trailers. Right? I stopped watching trailers for movies because they show so much. Like, I won't watch them. I'm like, no, I know I'm going to see that. I don't need to watch anymore. I do. I stopped watching them. I'm like, I'm good. I know enough. I know I'm going to see it. I know I'm going to enjoy it. You don't need to sell me on it, African Jedi with 3 months of subs. Might check out the weapons, but that's it. Thanks so much for coming back in. Guys, we did hit our membership goal, so we are doing Halo custom games tonight, and we are bringing a special episode of Split Screen to the channel. That doesn't mean that that's going to be on this channel, as a regular thing, but we're going to do a special episode tonight, so make sure you're here at 8 p.m. Eastern. Should I play Dark Souls before I play Elden Ring? If you've never played a Souls games before, I would recommend starting with Dark Souls 3. If you can deal with the 30 FPS, Bloodborne might even be the better game as the catalyst, as the entrance point. Elden Ring gameplay is apparently very similar to all of the games. Like, it's like them all mixed into one. So, I'm going to try my best to be here for the custom games. Thank you, Arch Enigma. Donkey Sausage coming back in with 11 months. Getting really close to an entire year over here on gaming. I know a lot of you guys had more than that and still have more than that over on SNTR Presents, and we greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that, and thank you so much for being here this morning. We already had 2 coffee sales this morning before I was even live. Gilly ordered a Frickmas and then a light roast to more bacon. So thank you so much to everybody who continues to order the coffee. A brand new membership from Adam. Welcome in, Adam. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. Thank you so much. Dark Souls 1 is way better as a smarter remaster. Has 60 FPS too. So somebody in chat saying you should start with Dark Souls 1. I don't know. I've heard that one's pretty tough to get into. What's good, Feed? I see you in the chat. Bloodborne actually hurts my eyes after about 15 minutes of playing. 30 FPS is just so bad once you're used to 120. It really, truly is. Diaz says, some people already posted scenes shot from their phone. Yeah. Watch them. Not going to ruin the movie for me. Yeah. I'm just going to not even let that be in... Hang on. You're not in trouble or anything, Diaz, but we're not even going to let that thing get traction today. Hellfire with 10 months coming in from FromSoftware. Don't know how to code an easy mode. Grabs shotgun and hides under the bed. They can't do an easy mode because they don't know how to. Well, that's an interesting take. Thanks so much, Hellfire, for 10 months. Good morning, Errol. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming in and being here this morning. Make sure and do your morning ritual. Smash that like button. Say good morning in the chat and take our poll at the top of the chat. Are you going to take a look at the Elden Ring leaks? No spoilers here. No, we're not doing it. I've not even looked at them myself, so you don't got to worry about getting any spoilers here. Good morning, Dan. How are you? The verdict from people trying your coffee in my office is universally positive. Smooth and easy drinking, says Murph Dog. Yeah, just send them to ragelessroast.com. For future reference, that's like the fastest way. We have that domain. The network, sntrnetwork.com, is going through some maintenance. So ragelessroast.com will take you right there. So I appreciate you sharing that with them, Murph. That's awesome. SkillUp's Deathloop review shows why he's the best in the business. You should check it out. Is he honest? Does he talk about, does he address at all, Adam, the fact that everybody was giving it like 9s and 10s? Does he even speak to that at all, or does he just talk about his perspective? Creature says he is looking. Good morning, Gamer Chef. I'm good, Lono. How are you? I'm doing great, man. Thank you. Don't want to derail, but SkillUp posted a new video. He does not recommend Deathloop. Talks about other better games, including Returnal. Well, that's my man right there. I told you that game was not as good as everybody said it was. And somebody said that I always disagree with SkillUp. I'm like, I think we agree almost every time he puts a dadgum video out. I don't know. I'm glad that he made that video. I really am. I've been saying that for months, so it's good to see somebody of his size coming behind and essentially saying the exact same thing. Like, if you want to play a really awesome, next-generation, innovative Rogue, then play Returnal. I understand it's only on the PS5, so he's not recommending it. Good. I don't get how it's winning. I don't understand how it's winning the awards that it's winning. We don't want to get off on that tangent again today, but I just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I don't know. What good are leaks coming out of a network test that was a special build specifically for the network test? Well, Eugene, if you missed the intro of the show, they jailbroke a PS4, went back into the network test, got 3,000 voice lines, as well as significant story details. I don't know why they were in there. I highly doubt that all of those are baked in and fake. That would be hilarious if it was, but I highly doubt it. I mean, 3,000 voice lines. I don't know. It's all apparently there's a ton in there that you couldn't get access to because they had you limited in the tech test, and they figured out how to get past it. And again, they use a jailbroken PS4 to do it, to get back into the tech test and then bust up all the files and figure everything out. And nobody seems to be putting the spoilers in their articles, so it's easier to deploy in chunks even if the code is turned off. Yeah, Paul's saying they found 3D models of bosses. There's story details, 3D models of bosses. He's saying it's the full game. So if you're just tuning in, Elden Ring leaks. We will not be getting into spoilers. No spoilers. Take the poll at the top of the chat, though. I'm interested. Will you go and look and try to see them? I think they were throwing Arcane a bone after ripping Prey. You don't know. I don't want to get into it, but my opinion on Deathloop getting the praise that it's getting, it's I don't like going down that road because, it usually invites nastiness. So it does remind me of when people found all kinds of cut stuff in Bloodborne. Oh, you will certainly... I wouldn't be surprised if some of these leaks end up being nothing. It's nothing. It's not even in the game. Some of this stuff might be getting cut. If you're just tuning in, we will not be getting into the spoilers, but there were Elden Ring leaks. A huge Elden Ring datamine. People went back into the Elden Ring tech test because they used like a jailbroken PS4. So avoid these spoilers at all costs. They found like 3,000 voice line, 3D models of bosses and weapons, huge story elements. I've not looked at it. I'm not going to look at it. And so do your best to avoid them if you can. Matasbo says, I'm definitely not looking at the Elden Ring leaks. Probably just BS. It sounds legit. It sounds legit. Adam with a $5 tip. Lono, happy to finally support you. Hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas. Have a good day. I appreciate that. Thank you, Adam. It was kind of creepy. Your avatar is like eerily... I know it's not me, but it looks super, super like me when I was a kid. Like the bowl cut and just everything about it. I was like, is that me? Which would be incredibly strange because those types of pictures aren't digital anywhere. That would be really strange. Anyone played Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? I saw a lot of marketing for it on Twitter. It was trending for a while. Mainstream reviews are always entangled with marketing dollars somehow. I honestly think that there's an enormous element right now in gaming that is tied to social elements. There are social elements to everything that is going on in the world, of course, but then I think it's coming over to gaming. I think review outlets and I think streamers and I even think development companies are trying to leverage what's happening culturally, and you just have to be very, very leery of it. I obviously blasted Bungie for that this week. I blasted them for it. Deservedly so, for spinning their own story and making it about something that it's not about. And so it wouldn't surprise me if like reviews and like games are like trying to capitalize on that. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying let's have a game that has both the protagonist and the antagonist be a person of color. I think that's great. I think that's pretty bold. I remember sitting next to Okadrian at E3 and he pointed it out. I didn't notice it. He did. Because he's a person of color, so it was really important for him. It was pretty cool for him. And so I was like, oh, wow. I was like, I appreciate you putting that on my radar. Like, I never would have noticed that. That is something that's pretty cool, right? But then the worry and the concern would be is like the reviewers get their hands on the game and think, well, we got to be really nice to this game because if we have anything negative to say about it, well, the culture's going to come after us. Do you see what I'm saying? I have no issue with the game. I think Deathloop is a perfectly fine game. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I think review outlets were giving it a 10 out of 10 because they were terrified to criticize it, because they were worried that people were going to come out and say, you're anti this, you're anti that, because that's sort of how things go now. If someone disagrees with you, they hit you with the label. So that's my brief flyover. I don't want to get into that. I'd rather talk Elden Ring. I'd rather talk about leaks, the culture of data mines in video games. Like, is it ruining gaming? I'm curious and wanting to see this poll results. Like, how many people will be willing to look at the Elden Ring leaks? Like, how many people will be willing to like peek behind that curtain? Because I am not. We will not be putting spoilers in this stream. So welcome in if you're new. Every Friday is From Friday, covering FromSoftware games. Probably mostly Elden Ring with the talk show in the morning until it launches, and then we're working our way through Sekiro in the afternoon. I am traditionally not a FromSoftware Dark Souls guy. Recently went through, I believe it was an 11 episode, maybe 12 episode series beating Dark Souls 3. It was my first Souls game ever that I played to completion. I dabbled in Sekiro once. I dabbled in Demon Souls. That was my first full run, and so now we're working our way through Sekiro. We just beat Genichiro or whatever his name is, the lightning jerk. He almost broke me. He almost broke me, I will admit that, and we beat him last week, and it was a great turning point for me. It was a great turning point to go back and beat Madam Butterfly as well. Watts says, I don't know why you'd want to spoil a game like this. Watts, I'm not kidding you. I have literally interacted with guys that's what they do. They go and they find everything they can about a game or a movie before it comes out. Like, that's part of their process. I'm like, you are weird. Like, I don't want to yuck somebody's yum, right? I don't want to yuck somebody's yum. But that, to me, is weird. It's like, why would you do that, right? Why would you be doing that? Why would you be, very regularly going and consuming something before it's even out? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It seems very odd to me. It seems very, very odd that you'd be like, I'm going to go look at everything I can find out before it even comes out. It's like, doesn't that ruin the experience? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's clearly people that go and look. People go and look and they read and they consume and they like it. They hit the thumbs up. I mean, I don't think these sorts of things are ignored universally by everybody. Techno says, I think data mines are necessary until game studios start telling us what's actually in the game or the DLC we are buying. Well, I don't understand why you would think that, though. So how would you data mine a DLC before it comes out? How would you data mine a season or something? Do you see what I'm saying? This is very different. Almost no company is going to do what Elden Ring did. Elden Ring gave a significant look at their gameplay, a huge look at their gameplay. Normally, I don't care about spoilers, but something like Endwalker, Elden Ring, the new Spider-Man movie, those are moments. My girlfriend likes knowing all of the endings of movies and shows. The suspense makes her anxious and she can't enjoy the surprise. Really? I've never heard that one before. That's a new one. This guy told me when he fixed this CPU, he said he had this thing full load maintaining like 35 Celsius. I don't know what he's talking about. That is not true. It's maintaining 67 right now. It's maintaining 67. It hit a peak of 77 at some point. This guy's blowing smoke. I actually understand that, Eugene, says Watts. Not every game has to be a blind playthrough to be enjoyable. If you read a wiki when playing something like Elden Ring, does that automatically make it less of an experience? I mean, I don't know about that. If you're just tuning in, we will not be getting into the spoilers of the Elden Ring leaks, but I am curious if you will look at them. So take the poll at the top of the chat. Be sure to hit subscribe if you want to talk in our chat. Bungie preloads their seasons, and you can see all the time-gated stuff for a DLC on release instead of waiting 3 months to see it all. He had low ambient temp. Yeah, he might have been talking about like maybe the ambient temp like in the rig, because I don't know where that is. I'm not seeing anything in the rig staying that low under full load. Like assembly shows a 36 Celsius, but that's on the SSD. That doesn't. Who gives a frick about that? Like, I don't know. GPU's staying that low because the GPU's not being utilized. I don't wiki my first playthrough, but the second one I do so that I can 100% it. I don't really think there's an issue with somebody using a wiki because they really want to enjoy the gameplay. Like, if you're working your way through Elden Ring gameplay and you're like, man, I really, really want to, like, I really want to figure this next section out, or I really, really want to, a peak of 77 is fine. Sure, Murph, sure, but that's not what he told me that this thing was maintaining 35 Celsius under full load, and I was like, holy crap, because he put in like a whole new water pump. So I don't know. Sounds like he was blowing smoke. I am not connected with YouTube right now. Hang on a second. I got to connect on my Streamlabs here, so I can have my dashboard. Choose, select folder. Okay, there we go. And then let me close this. Okay, there we go. I was I was on the other channel. It's like, what the frick? Okay. Okay. No way to do that without undervolting. Yeah, when he told me that, I was like, my gosh, how are you keeping it that cold? So, I don't know. Maybe it was just sitting there doing that, like 35, like if it's not doing anything. I don't know. I swear he said full load. I swear he did. Hiding chat to avoid. Yeah, Savage, I don't think we're going to get any of that today. We have everything kind of locked down, so it's hard to get in here and say anything. If you haven't read the spoilers, what are we going to talk about? Well, we're talking about, will you read them? How do you approach new games like this? People are giving their opinions about, well, sometimes I use a wiki, sometimes I don't. We're having a conversation. Maybe you're not paying attention. It's pretty obvious we're having one. Full load, you say? 60 to 70 still isn't bad? Well, no, but it's, I don't know. It's like you supposedly swapped out the pump and I was supposed to be getting much better temperatures. It looks like I'm getting about the same, so... I have a date night with the wife tonight. Would you mind pushing back the community night for us? Okay, great. Thanks. Appreciate it. It depends on the type of game. For example, says Aranter Darkhand. When the story doesn't matter to you, I understand. And the Souls games are that. Half the people don't care about the lore, just the gameplay. The other half find the lore as the best part of the game because of how the lore is displayed. You have to piece it together. That's actually a really good point. Like, Dark Souls lore, and I talked about this in my intro, Dark Souls lore is beloved, but at the same time, you have to kind of go and find it. It's not like there's these scenes and this dialogue and these cutscenes and this... that's not generally going on in the Dark Souls game, okay? It looks like Elden Ring is going to be a little bit different. Elden Ring story, did you guys see the Elden Ring story trailer? I don't know if this is going to be shrouded and like minimized. I think it's going to be a little bit more story centric than the previous Souls titles, if that makes sense. Maybe he switched out the free on. I personally don't get bothered by spoilers for Souls games. Techno says data mining also helped tell about the secret XP throttling that Bungie did and other secret nerfs that they don't tell the player base. Man, I gotta tell you, Techno, I don't want that vibe brought here. You gotta put that axe down. We don't really do that here, brother. You got one game, one example, one edge case. Data mining is generally not helping the player base in general. I'm not wanting to go down that road, man. I'm kind of done talking about that. that game's faults. It took me 2 playthroughs of Demon Souls to actually understand the build crafting. I had enough basic knowledge from here to be fine, but I can totally see a blind experience for a new player being an absolute nightmare. I'm going to tell you right now, I never would have gotten through Dark Souls 3 without the audience. There's no way I would have gotten through it. I don't have the patience to be like, let me figure out how this works or that works or this build or that stat. The game doesn't tell you, you know? The game just doesn't tell you. I don't mind spoilers, but I know the majority of people do not want them. One, it depends on your investment, right? If you're invested, then you don't want a single ounce of a spoiler. If you're like, yeah, I don't really care, you know? I don't want the story spoiled for me. Spoilered? I don't want the story spoiled for me because I really like a good story, right? It's the only game I know of that gets data mined regularly. Sorry about that. You're okay, Techno. It's just, we have people that like to sort of always, everything, all roads lead to that game in their mind, and I think it's hard because you've played it so much. It's like, it's so central to your gaming experience and journey. I just don't like having to, like, I'll periodically bring it up, or periodically we'll kind of go there, but, like, I don't want to wail on them about stuff that's, like, ancient history, especially, like the XP throttling thing. You know what I mean? I get it. Again, it's so central to your experience, it's hard to think of others. Generally speaking, I think you're right, though. Most other games don't have that experience. That's why I kind of push back on what you said. Like, data mining's not really helping player bases, because it's abnormal for a game to be like, oh, the DLC and everything's in the game right now, you have to pre-order it or something, and then the data miners save the day, and they're like, well, the DLC sucks. Like, that's like really, really unheard of. You know what I'm saying? That's like that's not normative. Souls games have always been best to play through first blind, then usually on New Game Plus run, I will use a wiki for NPC quests and collectibles I missed. Maddie, somebody else said the same thing. They're like, oh, I like going through blind, and then I'll use a wiki so that I can 100% the game. Jason says, I'd rather games stay secret, though. That way, no hype, etc. I definitely like to know as little as possible. Like I said, I stopped watching movie trailers. If there's like a trailer for a movie that I'm really wanting to see, I don't watch it. I'm like, man, I don't want to see any more. Like every second of that trailer is a piece of the movie that I haven't seen yet. So I'm gonna wait. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna be swayed anymore. It's like I'm gonna buy Elden Ring, right? So I don't need to be swayed anymore by like reading story spoilers. Captain Helmet says, am I the only one who really likes spoilers? Like, I wouldn't push them on people, but I love finding out what's wrong, what's going to happen. It's almost boosts the hype for me or something. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are like that, Captain Helmet, but I do think there are some people that are like that. They really want... There are people right now that are probably looking for the Elden Ring leaks, and they want it. They want those spoilers. You know what I mean? Upgrade the camera... Or is the focus different? Stream looks crispy today. We're on the old streaming rig, and I thought the same thing. I was like, why do I look different? I look more clear. I don't know why. It could be the medium encoding. I don't know. We weren't doing medium encoding on the other rig, so it might just clean the picture up a bit. Upgrade. Want to talk about spoilers. Had a coworker drop bombs on me about, I couldn't stop him before he did. Oh, golly. But why would somebody do that? How dense are people? Why would you want spoilers? I know, Savage. That's what I'm saying. I would never want spoilers, but I'm telling you, there are people, and that's the way their mind works, you know? I'm kind of the same, but I won't spoil it myself for things I really care about. Prepares body armor. Bloodborne's whole story is Eldritch Gods, DS Boogaloo. Legend Status says... My main issue with data mining is that they show assets that have been created, but not confirmation of what's in the game. And it doesn't show up, and then people scream cut content. You just set yourself up for disappointment. Right, I touched on that a little bit ago. There are lots of things that never end up in the game. They never end up in the game. And then people get all mad like they're entitled to it. That's happened in the other game for sure, but... It's like you're not entitled to that. You don't even know what that was. That could have been a testing room. That could have been a testing ground. That could have been a test weapon, test boss, test anything, right? If you're new and you've never been here before, Monday through Friday I do a talk show like this, and Fridays are called From Fridays. We dedicate the day to From Fridays, FromSoftware. I'll be playing Sekiro this afternoon, my first full playthrough of that game. I just finished my first full playthrough of Dark Souls 3. I am not traditionally a Souls guy, so you'll love the rage and the I'm good, but I'm not great at the game. And this is a safe for work broadcast, so people tune in for the talk show. They treat me like video game radio. If you haven't yet hit subscribe, do for it. So make sure and hit subscribe, make sure and hit the bell button so you don't miss our content. I know that from Software Games and Halo are very different, but we are doing Halo Infinite custom games tonight. We did hit a membership goal of 400 paying members, so I am bringing back my split screen casting desk. So we cover a lot of different games here. We cover New World, Halo, From Software Games. We cover a pretty wide gamut. Are the leaks just PR? I do not think so, Raging Snake. The report that I read this morning from VGC had the following to say, this is the paraphrase. The data miners used a jailbroken PlayStation 4 to get access back into the technical test, and they got like 3,000 audio recordings, 3D models of bosses, story elements. I really don't think this is PR. It certainly doesn't think so. We're implying that something awful happened, suggesting it's someone removed from the website that stepped down, and those first-hand knowledge mean this guy, but then you go right in there for stepping aside and being... Oh. I just don't... It's implying, so who cares? I'm just so tired of this. I know I'm not reading it out loud. I'm not saying names. I'm mumbling. Will say, from someone that should have seen this coming because people jailbroke their PS4s to get into hidden Bloodborne areas, which have lore and cut bosses. So someone should have seen this coming, you're saying. They jailbroke a PS4 to get into hidden Bloodborne areas. Oh, so this is not the first time this has happened to a FromSoftware game. Someone just discovered that Pontiff was supposed to be the final boss of Dark Souls 3 based off of the data mining and finding secret areas that were never used before. I mean, that's crazy that even to this day people are still finding things out. A Ranter Darkhand says, Elden Ring will be worse, actually, because the things they tell you show it's 100% sure not the truth. You see how these NPCs invested in the world with their agenda. This comes with George R.R. Martin. They got like 3,000 dialogues. That kind of tells the story. Right. The Elden Ring ones aren't PR because they're not struggling for an audience. I mean, Creature, if you think we shouldn't run today's episode because there's a slight, there's an accidental implication in something that I say, I don't know. I guess we won't run it then. I don't know. I don't feel like re-recording it. It might be, maybe it's a blessing in disguise given that I have ex-employees reaching out to me directly with information about the company. So, I don't know. Maybe we just kick it to next week and then do a whole series on what I'm getting told and what I'm finding. I'm going to wish you luck on Sekiro. You're going to have a blast, hopefully. Thank you. I've just recently beat Madame Butterfly and Genichiro, or whatever his name is, the guy with the lightning. I don't think they need PR. They have enough already. I tend to agree. I think most story elements are best experienced in-game. I know I enjoyed The Last of Us 2 a lot more because I avoided all of the leaks. I actually don't even understand what all the fuss was about. I don't want to go down that road either. We've been down that road before. I think it was just subverted expectations about character arcs. That's why. So, actually, it's only 750 dialogues. The rest were sound effects. I was going to say 3,000 dialogue files is nuts. That's a lot. If it's better for you to delay the episode today, you know your regulars will understand. Just take we won't want to do it next. Well, I don't know if we'll do it next week or not because it's Christmas. I don't know. I've got ex-employees reaching out to me and giving me details of things that are, I think some of what I've been told are pretty big bombshells. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee already this morning. Our third coffee order of the day. We had 2 orders before I even went live. More bacon and Gilly and the Miss ordered. And then I got a dark roast and a Frickmas going to Donkey Sausage. Thank you so much. If you guys want to order some of our coffee, Rageless Roast is ours. You're not going to some other company where I get a kickback. My wife and kids bag it up, ship it to you. You're supporting basically a family-owned business, all right? So we got 3 flavors, a dark and a light roast, the same base flavor, but one's a light, one's a dark, and then we have the Frickmas blend. They all have balanced acidity, so they are very, very drinkable and smooth. The light roast is probably the best coffee to sort of get into what we've got because it's just so drinkable. But the dark roast and the Frickmas blend are kind of competing for the most popular right now. I gotta ask, why are they reaching out to you and not some media outlet? Because they liked my coverage. I don't think they're happy with IGN's coverage. They liked my coverage. And so they probably don't trust the media outlets because the media outlets have to play nice because they don't want to lose their early access to the game. Who better to talk to than somebody who has zero interest in keeping a good relationship with that company? You shouldn't have banned me. You shouldn't have, because now people are like, well, this is one of the few people in the industry we can trust with this. The rest of these people are going to spin it. More Bacon says the light roast is so good. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Have you confirmed their identity? Oh, yeah. Yep. This is not somebody messing with me. I promise you that. I researched it. I looked. I know who they are. I know what they've done. I know what they've worked on in the industry. Yeah. This ain't somebody messing with me. So buckle up, because it ain't over. Have you watched Ted Lasso? I watched about 5 minutes of this, couldn't take it. Yeah, I don't know why. And nobody's made a single video yet. I mean, I know they put it in their thumbnail, but nobody's going to actually cover it. Am I the only one that hopes they go the way of Blizz? Yeah. I don't want to get stuck on this. I don't want to get stuck on this. Just know that I'm going to do everything I can to get the truth out and to let people be heard who are not happy with the IGN coverage because they see it the same way that I saw it. It's just a bunch of spin. R.R. Martin only established the rules within the story like establishing the world and the foundation. FromSoftware are still developing the plot. Yeah, he didn't write the story. What on earth is downloading right now? What is happening? Something is actively downloading. Oh, it's done. I always hate when I see that on my I watch my Ethernet on the on Task Manager, and all of a sudden I'm like, what's downloading? What's happening? It's like, what is my computer doing? It's like, I'm just downloading some tunes, bro. What? It's like, okay. I could not control my mind, so I dove into the depths of Discord. After looking at the entirety of the datamine content and the character motivations, without a shadow of doubt, it's written by Martin. You think so, because that's not what they're saying. He's not being accredited for that. You think he just maybe set the tone, and that's why that is? Krebsy says, different people seek spoilers for different reasons. One of those reasons is spoilers give a deeper look at what might come from the game and will it be worth their money, and if the trailers are lies. Yeah, I mean, if you're new and you're just tuning in, we want to hear from you. Are you going to look at the spoilers? The Elden Ring leaks. No spoilers here. I'm not going to do that for you. I've not looked at it myself. All right, I'm not looking at it myself. It's a 60-40 split. That's a lot of people. How many people have taken the poll? Over 500 people have already taken the poll. So we're having a big day already. So a 60-40 split out of 500 some odd people. There are people like, yeah, I'll go look. I'll go take a peeky. I don't know why I said peeky. Dude, does anybody say that? Is that a thing? I'll take a peeky? I don't think that's a thing. We got to take that out. We'll edit that out in post. That's not a thing. I don't think that's something that people say. I'll take a peeky. Maybe we should all... Maybe we can all start saying that to make me feel better, you know? Make me feel less weird about saying that. What the frick just happened? We had a little drop frames. That's concerning. That's concerning. I don't have anything running. Come back to this rig and it's already acting funky. It's a thing now. Oh no, Peaky is now a permanent thing. Yeah, a Peaksy? That's what it is. Have a Peaksy. A Peaksy. Yeah. Depends on what you're peeking at. A look-see. Yeah, a Peaksy or a look-see. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I meant to say. Peaches says, I will not seek out spoilers, but I won't likely get around to playing it for a few years, so getting something spoiled's inevitable. Well, sure. I mean, or are you just going to not watch any of your favorite content creators when they're playing it? You know what I mean? Just take a whole break from YouTube. What's good, Takashi? Nope, I won't take a peek, not on purpose. What's the Frickmas blend flavor profile? I want some. So the holiday blend, the Frickmas blend, the reason we say this is I say like, what the frick? And one year we came up with Merry Frickmas. And so we came up with the Frickmas blend. It's a medium-bodied, bright seasonal crisp finish with balanced acidity. And it is a Mexican-sourced bean. So that's its flavor profile. The Rageless Roast, it's the original flavor. Both the light and the dark roast are honey undertones with a good finish. So this is a full-bodied with a bold finish, and then the light roast is medium-bodied with a smooth finish. But they all have balanced acidity, so that's why they're so drinkable. YouTube in general is acting funny. I can't even get to work on my Fire Stick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was me. I don't know if that was me or if that was, YouTube. Because with those little random weird drops and then everything goes back to normal, that's something that AT&T was doing to me for like a super long time, but it was way worse than what just happened. So could have been AT&T. Frickmas is high-altitude Mexican-sourced bean with the light spice. There you go. I like that. That's a good tagline. Yeah, the Frickmas has become very popular, and when it's gone, it's gone. We won't bring it back until next year, so, the quantity on that's just going to keep getting lower and lower every week. And when it's gone, it's gone. We'll bring it back next year, of course. Friend, stop peeking me. Good old split screen days. That's right. Screen peeking was real, dude. Screen peeking was real. It was YouTube? Oh, okay. YouTube might be having some issues this morning then. I think they're updating YouTube. It could have just been the ingest server having a little hiccup. Sino says that George wrote the lore and FromSoftware wrote the game. Okay, so David's saying something similar here. Martin wrote the majority of the characters in the world history and the present story. What the player will experience was written by FromSoftware. Takashi says, I got around to playing Hellblade. Cool game. Good thing I'm playing sooner than later. You playing with headphones? If you're not playing with headphones, then we're not friends anymore. You must play that game with headphones. It's a work of art. It's an absolute work of art. No one here is allowed to disparage Senua. That's my girl. No one's allowed to talk ill of Hellblade here. That is blasphemy. That is blasphemy. If you guys are new and you've never been here before, I hope you're enjoying the show. Hit subscribe if you want to talk in the chat. We'd love to meet you. Every Friday is From Friday, where we take a FromSoftware topic in the morning, and then we play a FromSoftware game in the afternoon. Monday through Friday, though, we're here doing a talk show about video game news. We've been covering New World, Halo. We covered some stuff recently with, like, Cyberpunk. We covered stuff recently with... what was it? Shoot, I forget what it was. Oh, the Video Game Awards, we covered that. That was really enjoyable. So we really, really appreciate you guys being here if you're new, and I hope you enjoy the show. I am a safe-for-work broadcaster, so a lot of people throw me on in the background like video game radio. I kind of get them through their work day, just me sitting here talking, and you can have confidence by subscribing that I'm not going to hit your sub feed and be streaming and saying a bunch of, curse words and stuff. I'm wondering, since they brought in R.R. Martin for the game, are they going to have more story cutscenes than normal on the main path of the game? Here's the thing. If I'm just going to base this prediction off of what I've seen, there's going to be a whole lot more story and a whole lot more cutscenes in this game. Yes. And that's only based on what we've seen. It seems to be that this game has a significantly larger focus on cutscenes. There aren't really cutscenes in Dark Souls 3. I mean, there are at the beginning, but you're not moving through the world and getting like a story about like some guy talking and saying stuff and explaining what's going on or explaining where you are. That seems to be a regular occurrence in Elden Ring. In Elden Ring gameplay, you're going to consistently be going into places and being like, where am I? And then they're going to show you some cutscene to explain the area, or like a person's going to come up to you and start talking. We got a direct quote here from Barrier from an article. Martin's role in Elden Ring is exactly that. He's not determining individual plot points as much as he is creating the world and setting the foundation for Miyazaki and FromSoftware to build upon. Miyazaki himself described Martin's role as being similar to a dungeon master's guidebook. He's not the dungeon master who guides the narrative throughout its various twists and turns, but he establishes the rules within the story and which the story must happen. Specifically, Martin fleshed out the era prior to the one Elden Ring takes place in. It revealed in the announcement trailer that the Elden Ring, which the player is seemingly trying to obtain, was shattered by someone or something. The phrasing in the trailer makes it seem like this shattering happened before the game starts, and maybe Martin worked on fleshing out this key event. Martin created many historical figures as well, and it's likely that some of them will be just as significant as Game of Thrones' Mad King, Aerys Targaryen. I don't know if I said his first name right. I know how to say Targaryen, but I didn't really get into that show. I dodged a bullet, it seems. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to smash the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. That's a great ritual to help the stream and help the video and help the channel. We love meeting new people, especially fans of FromSoftware games. One can spoil the game for themselves all they want when the game comes out. Unfortunately, everyone else has to fear seeing them until release. So that's for sure. Although spoilers that are written out in long form, scallywag, I mean, how are you going to see that by accident? You'd have to go and read all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like there's some cutscene floating around of like some character dying. Like, that's not what's going on. It was a bunch of data mine stuff, so it's all just typed out. You're not gonna stumble upon them and be like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. What happened? I read like a 25 paragraph leak last night by mistake. I just can't believe it. I'm sick to my stomach. Like, you're not gonna stumble upon these leaks. You know what I mean? They're lengthy, and you'd have to intentionally read them and then regret it later. Be like, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that quote that I read about George R.R. Martin was pulled from a GameRant.com article about his involvement with Elden Ring being explained. Yeah, so he's not he's not as involved maybe in the writing and the story development as people think. I mean, it's pretty clear. Let's take a look at the poll results here. Elden Ring leaks. Will you look at them? Over 600 votes, and it's just even, 60-40. No odd numbers here. 60-40 split that people are saying, no, I would not. 60% saying no, and 40% saying yes. I would take a peeky. I would take a peeky. Good morning, Lono. Good morning, Lethal. Once I got started, I could not stop. Elden Ring will be my new Destiny. Why, hopefully you enjoy it then. Oh no, I thought it was fanfic. I read all of it. I thought it was fan fiction. To be honest, you only lucked out on the last few episodes. I do not regret watching the rest of the show. I know, Arch. I think it's really, really hard, though, to be like, you know what? I kind of passed on that show. Let me go watch it now. In light of everything I've heard, I'm like, yeah, probably not. I'll just sit this one out. It's fine. Anyone played Sekiro with mouse and keyboard? It's so hard. I got used to it with controls. Oh, I cannot imagine playing any of the Souls games on mouse and keyboard. That's so weird. I mean, I nothing against people that have maybe done that. Like, if you've played Sekiro, with a mouse and keyboard, good for you. There's no way I could do that. That would be awful for me. Maybe not for you. Eric says, I'll look at the leaks, but I don't have any emotional attachment to the series or the games. I know pretty much nothing about it. I've only looked at one trailer for the game. I could see people that are just sort of like sideline non-fans being like, well, I'll take a look. I don't care. You know what I mean? A friend of mine finished Dark Souls 2 with mouse and keyboard, the Madman. I don't know. That would feel awkward to me. That would feel very, very awkward. I actually am just checking on the New World Winter event and the new patch. Looking forward to Elden Ring. Different from New World, it's not dependent on player population. Yeah, we had a really good conversation about that yesterday on Epic Loot Radio with Josh Strife Hayes and Ginger Prime and Chris. We were basically talking about that, about I think the winter event's good. I think the updates are good, but like New World's not long for this world if they can't keep people in the game and in the servers, because they've built an entire game that you need people in the server doing stuff. I said it was really ambitious to launch a game that some of its central core tenant issues are like territory wars, outpost rush, PvP, a player-driven economy. You need people to constantly be playing for that to work, which means as soon as the interest dries up, you got servers that are in bad shape. And I don't know, mergers might help, but it's low. The engagement's low right now. I didn't check to see if they had a spike yesterday. New World Steam charts. Yeah, I mean, it peaked yesterday 118,000. So they had dropped to 24-hour peaks of 100,000. So they certainly have a very healthy arc. It's a bit of a bounce back. Not a big bounce back, but a bit of a bounce back. Eric says, maybe I can become a fan. I just haven't checked out those games. Here's the thing, Eric. If you're interested in Dark Souls lore, you're not going to find it mostly in the game unless you're really, really diligent and very, very intentional. Most of the Dark Souls lore is you're going to have to go find it on like on a wiki or a YouTuber's content. You know what I mean? A new Elden Ring tweet will drop in 4 minutes. Maybe they will post some lore. Well, we'll check it. We'll take a look at that. That's how luck would have it that they're going to tweet something like that. Did they do that every Friday? How do you know about that? I think I'm following them yeah, I'm following them. I should have mentioned them in this morning's tweet. I did the hashtag, but I didn't at them. I added FromSoftware. I dodged a bullet with New World. Friends wanted me to play it, but I waited. I'm happy that I did. I actually think if you wait on New World and they do some big update DLC and they give new players a really great entrance point, I think it's going to be in such a great spot to check out. Every Friday. Huh. Well, bully for us. I didn't know that they do that every Friday. Well, we can add that into From Friday. If the lore is not read by Lono, I don't care. Yeah. Ever play Five Nights at Freddy's? No, that's not my kind of game. Russell says, I wish I could get into Final Fantasy 14. It seems like a game, a great game and community. Oh, a game and community worth investing in. Yeah. I can't see myself getting into it anytime soon. You know what I mean? I saw your tweet, Christina. I saw your tweet. I can't imagine. Like, click on the account, dude. It's either a troll or a kid. Like, either way, why you... Just that guy. That guy's something else. Clearly, you don't keep up with the daily Elden Ring news channel. Oh, Creature and I had a good laugh about that guy's channel. Because good for him. Good for him. That homie uploaded 200 some odd videos. It was like, there's no new news about Elden Ring. There's no new news about Elden Ring. And then when there was news, his videos just went crazy. I love to see two of my favorite content creators together, Lono and Josh Strife Hayes. I like Josh a lot. Like I was trying not to develop a man crush, you know. I was trying not to. He's so dapper and dressed so nice, and his voice was like, you know, butter on a biscuit. I was like, okay, I can see why guys like this gentleman. I can see why people like this gentleman. He's very, very good at speaking. He's sharp, and I can see why people like him. I really can. I can see why he's a successful content creator. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to frequently have conversations with people like that. He's good. He's easy to listen to. Yeah. They stopped selling Final. It's too popular. What are you talking about? Can't even play right now. Oh, right. Yeah, they shut down sales. Yeah, they won't even take sales. It's too popular. Like they're like, yeah, don't even buy it right now. You can't play. Upper Echelon released a video on New World. Did you see it? It's just Upper being Upper. Yeah. If people think that New World is going away, I've not watched his video. I like Upper, and then I also get a little annoyed by him sometimes. He's playing the game. Good for him. Right? Good for him. He's a smart guy, and he has an audience, and he has a style. So I'm not going to bash the guy, but I was like, come on, bro. If people honestly think that New World's going away, I just think it's a little foolhardy. I think this time next year we'll be having a very different conversation about the game. It's not going to be an easy, smooth road, but we can point to so many other games that have had similar starts and similar population struggles and problems and bugs and exploits and glitches, whether it's Final Fantasy XIV or No Man's Sky or Destiny or, I mean, a host of other games. I think New World's just fine. It's in the valley right now. It's got to climb out of the dark valley. It's in the valley of the shadow of death, right? Like the shadow of death is like over that game. Like, you're gonna die if you don't get all this stuff fixed. So, I'm still disappointed about Anthem. Oh, I am too. Those screenshots they had of the game looked very, very good. So, if you guys are just tuning in, we're discussing the Elden Ring leaks. No spoilers. I've not even looked at the leaks myself, but there's a poll at the top of the chat and would love to hear from you. Over 700 votes now. Elden Ring leaks. Will you look at them? And it's a 60-40. Well, 59-41. People are saying, yeah. 41% are like, I'll look at them. And about 60% are saying, no, I won't. We would love to hear from you. If you're new and you've never been here before, I am a Safe for Work broadcaster. I cover lots of different gaming news, and every Friday is From Fridays, and we cover FromSoftware topics, games, and then we play a FromSoftware game in the afternoon. And we hope you're enjoying your stay. and we hope to see you come back for some more. We'll be playing Sekiro this afternoon. I know this is a very different type of game from a FromSoftware game, but we will be doing Halo Infinite custom games tonight, and we hit a membership goal of 400 paying members, and so I'm bringing back my split-screen casting desk, and I'll be shoutcasting you guys tonight. If you're a member, you can jump in and play tonight, and we hope to see you there. It should be very, very fun. Due to things like semiconductor shortages, they don't have available servers to support their high influx. Yeah, they literally can't get servers. They're like trying to buy servers above market, and they can't get them. Yeah, they can't get them. It's crazy. For all the people saying yes, you're making Yorshka cry. How dare you? I don't think Upper is literally talking about New World dying. The title's a little clickbaity. Basically, a follow-up on his previous vid and assessment. Right, I know, Takashi. That's why I said I'm not going to bash the guy. I like Upper. I do. I think he gets a bad rap. I think people falsely summarize him and his content a lot, and I know what that's like. I know what it's like to have people completely misrepresent your content and to make it seem like you're a this or you're a that. That's just super common these days. You make one video or you have one hot take that somebody doesn't like, and then you are forever an apologist, or you are forever a dishonest, whatever, shill, or you're a hater. You make one video that somebody doesn't agree with, and they're so insecure and unstable that's their response, So I try not to do that. I just saw his video and I was like, oh, Upper. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee 3 minutes ago. A bag of the Frickmas blend to Snoop. Yo, Snoop Dogg, I hope you like the coffee, bro. Dude, do you have any idea how insane that would be if Snoop Dogg bought Rageless Roast and promoted it? Oh my gosh. That would be something he would do. He would be like, oh shoot, man, you got to try this. He's on Purple streaming, accidentally promotes my product, gets banned. Snoop Dogg banned for allegedly promoting the coffee of another banned streamer. That would be the best. What a viral moment that would be. Snoop says, I'm not very sorry. What game doesn't have the ability to support a high influx of players? Well, Final Fantasy Endwalker, the DLC is so popular, they can't get in front of it. They're not able to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, split screen tonight. Yeah. Split screen tonight. It is. It's happening tonight. We will be having a blast. Hot dog roast coming soon. Yeah. Snoop Dogg streamed for 5 days without audio. I absolutely love him for that. I think that's one of my favorite things about him. When I saw that story and I was like, this is not The Onion. I was like, this actually happened. It gave me so much joy. Because so many people were coming in, they're like, Snoop, come on, man, Snoop. Did I say Splitgate again? Did I do it again? Split screen. Usually FromSoftware lore is so thick that I'd think the spoilers won't make a lick of sense, and that's fine. Sadly, I can't make it tonight, but I'm super stoked Split Screen's made a comeback. Yeah, we're, I'm not going to sit here and promise you that Split Screen's going to show up regularly on this channel, but we're brainstorming ideas on what we could do with it. So, we haven't come to a concrete decision yet, but we'll let you know when we do. Final Fantasy already had a large population, and add to all that WoW players who quit and come over, yeah, they can't keep up. Yeah, they're basically getting flooded with other MMO communities, you know what I mean? I'll be watching Split Screen while at a Metallica cover band tonight. Well, there you go. I love how all the original hardcore rappers are now wholesome, family-friendly dudes. Oh, I said Split Screen. Okay. Snoop's management turned up at my friend's small recording studio in Scotland. He was playing at a local festival and wanted to quickly lay down a track. My friend had to turn him down. He was already booked to record a Gaelic spoken word book. Now that's a heartbreaker. You got Snoop Dogg, household iconic rapper, super well known. I can't help you. I'm already booked to record a Gaelic spoken word book. I mean, that I would say that with tears in my eyes. I would be literally crying. Like, I can't. I'm booked. What are you booked for? Big rock star? Big band in the town? It's a Gaelic spoken word book. That's perfect. That's perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? Mad respect for that guy holding his bookings. I'd have picked up the phone prompt on him like, give me a second. Yeah, we're going to have to reschedule. Okay, cool. I would have wasted no time. I'd have been like, you say, yeah, no, that's tough, you know? It's tough when you travel, isn't it? It is. Give me 1 second. We're going to have to reschedule. Like, it'd have been that fast. I'd have been in the middle of the conversation, been like, I got to reschedule. I got a Gaelic spoken word book coming in, and we're going to have to... We have some local sheep herders that want to come in and record their sheep's, you know, bleeding and crying, and we're gonna have to reschedule. I got Snoop right here in front of me. What's good, Freebird? Oh, brother. Oh, man. Is all your coffee already ground, or can I get beans? Lethal Escape, we have to order it in bulk, so I can't get it. I can't get beans. It's not possible. So I basically have to order like 500 some odd bags at a time. So I can't do like half whole bean, half ground. So I've been using my office's storage. This cleanup is bad. Say a prayer. Oh, brother. Oh, Lord be with you there. There's no way that book is needing to be pushed out pronto. These grounds don't melt. Yeah, Ray just roast coffee. It doesn't melt. 2022 will be wild for games. Pretty much all the most anticipated games are coming. Yeah, did you see how like Nintendo like low-key confirmed that like Breath of the Wild 2 is coming next year? I have my doubts, but they like low-key confirmed that at the Video Game Awards with their little trailer. They're like 2022 at Nintendo, and they showed all these trailers, and one of them was Breath of the Wild sequel, and I'm like, you think you would have a bigger announcement than just that? That's pretty passive. I enjoy my coffee not melting. Yeah. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about FromSoftware games. We're talking about Elden Ring leaks. In the question at the top of the chat is, will you look at the leaks? I'm not. No spoilers here. And we're closing in on 800 votes on the poll. Arc Raiders looked pretty cool. It did look pretty cool. I agree. I really liked the Elden Ring story trailer. I thought it was dope. I was like, dang, they're putting a lot into this story, you know? Did I miss a Lono story yesterday? No, we didn't do it, and I don't know. We might not do it today. Creature doesn't like one part of the video. He thinks it's problematic, and I've got ex-employees reaching out to me because they're not happy with IGN's coverage, and I'm obviously a better source for coverage if people want to get the truth out, so we may be doing an entire expose series or video or something on that situation, which means it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be like, I'm done with the Say No to Rage story and then to come out with that video, you know what I mean? Pretty sure they confirmed that a while ago and you covered it. It was like, but no, Eugene, I'm fairly certain when we covered that, wasn't the wording in the article that their targeted launch was 2022? It would the expression they used was like, this is a pretty soft announcement, right? Unpopular opinion, I didn't care for Breath of the Wild. Too much of the core Zelda formula was removed. What core Zelda formula was removed? Almost none of the Zelda games are similar. What are you talking about, Watts? At E3 2021, Nintendo gave us a release of Breath of the Wild, the release window. Yeah, it was a release window. I thought they said that the target. Please be careful. I mean, my main concern will be protecting the people that reach out. I'm not worried about me. What are you going to do to me? You can't do anything to me. If people come to me and relay stories and I publish those stories, what the frick are you going to do to me? You don't scare me. You gonna ban me from your game again? I'm pretty sure content creators like you got DM'd all the leaks. A lot of Souls YouTubers saying they got leaked content DM'd. No, I didn't get any leaks DM'd to me, homie. Nope. No. The Elden Ring leaks are... I found a couple articles, and the articles were like, we're not going to put the spoilers here. I was like, I'm not going to put the spoilers in my video. I didn't get anything DM'd to me. Unless people are trying to be mean and nasty, and they're like, hey, here's a DM. They, like, send it. I mean, I wouldn't even look at it. I've got a filtering thing that I won't even see the message unless I click to open it. And even when I click to open it, it's, like, only the first 2 lines. All the way back in the summer, there were articles saying 2022. I swear that when we covered it, we were very hesitant to say 2022 because they seemed hesitant. It was like our target launch date is 2022. Every Zelda game has been kind of open world. That's what I mean. I've never understood. Oh, no, that wasn't Watts. That was Wabi Sabi. Progression and dungeons being the primary things. I don't know. I feel like Breath of the Wild removed the traditional multiple dungeons, iconic bosses, tools within those dungeons, the fact that I have to eat food to heal, weapon breakage. I will grant you that the lack of traditional dungeons with bosses, I didn't like that either, but I didn't think that overshadowed the rest of the game's greatness. There were two primary problems with Breath of the Wild. The absence of the traditional music. I think they should have gotten an orchestra to do like the like they should have gotten an orchestra to do all of the music, all the traditional Zelda music, and have that score lightly playing in the background. The silence in the game, I don't like it. It's super silent, and then the music's not even that good. And you're like in a fight, and you're like, shut the frick up. Like, what is this? So, and then the absence of the traditional dungeons and the bosses. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about a lot of different gaming topics this morning, but the central topic is the Elden Ring leaks. No spoilers. I won't go into spoilers. I've not read the leaks myself, but I want to hear from you. If you're a fan of FromSoftware games, we do a show like this every Friday, and we call it From Friday. 800 votes. Elden Ring leaks. Will you look at them? It's 60% are saying no, 40% are saying yes. And we will be playing some Sekiro later today. Every Friday we do it's a FromSoftware day, From Fridays. So I just recently finished my very, very first playthrough of Dark Souls 3, and then I'll be continuing my very, very first playthrough of Sekiro later today. So welcome in if you're a fan of FromSoftware games. We like having you here. You got to hit subscribe if you want to talk in my chat. I am a safe for work broadcaster. I try to stress that, because people treat me like video game radio. They throw me on in the background. I get you through your work day, slamming out emails, looking at spreadsheets, dealing with, Carla from accounting. I'll get you through all that. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee. The light, the dark, and the Frickmas. They went with the traffic light special. The red light, yellow light, green light. I appreciate it very much, Lethal Escape. Man, you guys, I don't even know what to say anymore. Holy frick, this week has just been nuts. Nuts. Subs every day, members every day, coffee orders every day. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. This is just, it's been a wild ride, man. 10K subs is in sight. It's in sight. If we can hit 10K subs before January, I swear to frick, chat. I swear to frick. 2022 will be a buck wild year. It is in sight. It's within our grasp. It's right there, man. Halfway through this month. It's possible. There's a lot happening next year with streaming on YouTube, and I'm telling you what, we're going to be on the front of that wave. I've never played anything from FromSoftware. This one intrigues me, so I'd like to go in blind. I think that's a good decision, Chess Payne. I do. What brand of coffee do you drink? My own. I drink my own. I drink Rageless Roast. This is my coffee. This isn't from some company where I get a kickback. I've got boxes and boxes and bags of this in my house. And my wife and kiddos bag it up and send it to you with like little cute drawings. Like you're supporting essentially a family business here. I'm drinking the dark roast this morning. The Frickmas blend, the holiday blend's kind of running away with popularity. And once it's gone until next year. And the light roast, our light roast is probably the most drinkable. It's a great catalyst coffee. If you're not really into coffee, my light roast with Italian sweet cream, you will become a coffee drinker. You want to take the Pepsi challenge? You want to take the Rageless Roast challenge? That's a challenge. Get 1 bag of my light roast. Get yourself some Italian sweet cream, the Coffee Mate brand. I'm going to tell you right now, you'll become a coffee drinker. It is so dadgum smooth and tasty. I've had people tell me that. They're like, I'm not really a coffee drinker, but this light roast is delicious. People just drink it black. That's how smooth it is. Frickmas in the mail to my mom's house in time for Christmas. There you go. There you go. Sick Destro T, thank you. If you guys want to support the channel directly, you can click the join button. That's a paid membership, or the join command in chat if you can't see the join button. I'm always wearing a shirt from 80s Tees. We have a code over there, code LONO. We'll get you 30% off. And those back there are Displates. We are partnered with Displate. Obviously, we got the Elden Ring one over here and the Dark Souls one over here with Cinder. And we are partnered with them as well. You get a huge discount if you use my link going over to Displate. So make sure if you use the link below in the description for Displate or the one in chat, make sure that discount's in your cart whenever you add something. You want to make sure that that works. If you're doing any last-minute Christmas shopping on Amazon, you can use the Amazon affiliate link in the description below or the Amazon command, and that supports me. It doesn't give you a discount, but it does support me. So those are all ways you can directly support the channel. It's free to hit subscribe. It's free to hit like. That's all we really ever ask for, because that helps the channel grow, and it helps us meet new people, and we love meeting new people. So thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we can get to 10K and some more people join the Cool Kids Club. Have more people to play on Friday nights. That's right. Distorted says, I'm drinking the Frickmas blend of the Rageless Roast right now. Well, thank you. I do not need to be more of a coffee drinker, but here I go. Well, there you go. Welcome in anybody new tuning into the stream. We are discussing the Elden Ring leaks. No spoilers. No worry. Don't you have to worry about spoilers. Take that poll at the top of the chat. If you've never been here before, hit subscribe. Say hello in the chat. We'd love to meet you. Kind of strange. They post an Elden Ring tweet every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and they haven't as of now. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're taking a break. Maybe it's delayed. Distorted says, I'll be buying 3 more bags of Frickmas blend in the near future once I run out. Well, thank you. They make great stocking stuffers, by the way. The shipping stays the same once you go to 2 bags. Once you go to 2 bags, shipping stays the same if you go to 3. So get 2 bags for yourself and then get a 3rd for a family member, you know? And then just tell them if they want to order any, go to ragelessroast.com. It's that simple. I'm due for a restock. Almost finished my first bag. Thanks, Abe. Yeah, I was looking forward to reading this lore tweet that you told me about. If you guys follow Elden Ring on Twitter, I was looking forward to that. Okay. Let's see here. So are the leaks planned by the company? No. Let me give you the breakdown. I'll give you the too long didn't read if you weren't here for the beginning of the broadcast. All of my streams, I open them with like a 4-minute rundown of the topic. Really quick, to the point. Here's the news, right? So that's at the beginning of this broadcast if you want to go back and watch it. I'll give you a very quick summary now. There were people that used a jailbroken PlayStation 4 to get back into the Elden Ring technical test, and they data mined like 3,000 sound files, 3D models of characters, significant story elements. So this isn't some like planned leak. This was clearly something that people went and did and went to great lengths to do, and that's why I've been telling people don't go look for the leaks, because you're just not going to want to see these, right? They're going to spoil the game for you. And it does seem, from where I sit, it does seem like Elden Ring is going to be significantly more story focused than previous Souls games. Holy moly, 2 more coffee orders. What is going on? A Frickmas blend to Dominus Regius. I love seeing a new name. That's a new username. I'm fairly certain you've never ordered coffee before. So thank you so much, Dominus. And then 2 bags of Frickmas to Snatchy. My man. My man. Appreciate you, Snatchy. You the best. Just picked up 2 more bags of Frickmas before it's gone. Yeah. Frickmas is gone, and then it won't be back until next year. Hang on. This is a local call. Hello? Hang on a second. It was this is a water company. Hang on. They've been trying to get us to do this weird thing where like we pay money, and then if anything happens to the pipes outside the home, continue. Yeah. If anything happens outside the home, they'll charge us for it. So they've been trying to get us to do it. So that's probably what that call is about. I can do it on the website, but I can't take the call right now. So it's super weird. They're like, if anything were to happen outside the home, you know, you would be held liable or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, and they want to charge us like unable to determine the card type. What the frick? And so they're like, yeah, if this stuff happens, mainly I'm assuming they're doing it because of the the incoming weather, you know what I mean? Like, are they, like, they're worried about like freezing and stuff, and then I guess you're liable if they have to come and do repairs. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll pay you like a couple of dollars every single time you bill me to make sure that doesn't happen. So the bill was also due like a day ago. They keep changing their bill cycles. Water is usually due by the 20th, not the 13th. I think they changed their bill cycles. So they could have been calling about that. Your bill is 4 days past due. Water costs enough already. Louisville water is amazing. So, I mean, I'm okay to pay a little bit more to, you know, ensure that I don't pay some weird thing if the pipes break out in front of my house. Sounds like a scam, Lono Brain. Yeah. J Murph says, let's get those likes. Yeah, we're having a great turnout today. Holy moly. Great to see so many new people. Great to see so many coffee orders and new subs. You guys are awesome. Probably got a guy standing outside now with a sledgehammer. Yeah, he's like, it'd be a real shame if your pipe broke out here, you know. Accidents happen. Hey, you pay that money on the bill, though. We'll take care of you. Yeah, you know. It's time of year. Strange happenings round. And he's just swinging the sledgehammer back and forth. I'm like, all right, fine. Like, I'll do it. You're all nice and cozy and warm in there. Yeah, it'd be a real shame. Like those kids that say they'll watch your car for $10. Yeah. Hey, mister. It's rough. It's a rough neighborhood. You wouldn't want anybody breaking into your car, would you? You pay me $10, I'll keep an eye on it for you. You don't pay me, I don't know. Something might happen. This is a shakedown. You're like 10. What is this? Some real nice water pipes you got there. How much is your water bill for the year? We pay it like, and this is why the bill always confuses me. I think we pay it like every other month. And it's like 200 something, I think. Usually 150 to 200 every other month. It's not that expensive. I don't think that's expensive. I don't know. The data mining for Elden Ring is very bad, but I think the game is in high demand. It'll do very well. It won 2 Game of the Years. Overall, stay safe until February 21st. 25th. I agree with you. If you're tuning in for Elden Ring leaks, I'm not going to give them to you, right? No spoilers here. I don't want to do that. And if you want to hit subscribe, go for it. And let us know what you think in chat. Take that poll at the top of the chat. Are you going to take a peekie? We're bringing peekie. We're going to make peekie a thing. There's almost 900 votes on the poll. Are you going to take a peek? Take a little peekie at the Elden Ring leaks? It's a 60-40 split on the poll right now. Most people saying no, they wouldn't look, but about 40% of the people saying they will look at the leaks. Do you live in the U.S.? Yeah. Your water bill is like $1,200 a year? Yeah, I mean, that sounds like what mine would be, right? If it's like 200 something. Yeah, between 100 and 200. Yeah. I'm about the same. Take a peeky at the wiki. Don't say peeky, please. Come on, Abe. Just have a little peeky. Just a little peeky. Just a little. Just a little peek. Looky Loo. This is a Looky Loo. Snaps that dude neck in lucky number 11. Maybe FromSoftware found out about the data mining. Oh, it's been news for a couple of days. I'm covering something a few days late, actually. How long to beat? Most retired games? 12 minutes, Loop Hero, The Ascent, Outriders, The Medium, Returnal, Oddworld, Back for Blood, Cyber Shadow, and Biomutant. So is that a report of people that, like, retire the game, don't beat it? Not sure how that stacks up considering most people don't finish games. Yeah, but those are the leaders, right? It would make sense. A lot of those games on there would make sense. Like, I can make perfectly good sense of, like, why 12 minutes, The Medium, Returnal, Outriders, Back for Blood, Biomutant, those all make sense to me for people being like, nah, I'm not even going to finish this dadgum game. It makes perfectly good sense. Late on the coverage, I'm out. But don't come back, Chess. It won Game of the Year for most anticipated year twice. Yeah. I know what you meant. Listen. I'm going to call it right now. Next year, 2022, Elden Ring's the game to beat. Elden Ring is the game to beat for Game of the Year. It's going to be so tough for it. It's going to sweep so many categories. Horizon Forbidden West is its only real contender. And then, obviously, Breath of the Wild 2, if it comes out early enough, the worry would be that, Breath of the Wild 2 would kick itself down to the holidays and then it wouldn't be in contention. I think Elden Ring is going to be just the front runner in so many categories next year. Art direction, RPG, Game of the Year, God of War. No, Ragnarok's not coming next year. No, they wouldn't do that. We've had this discussion before. Horizon Forbidden West will get to ride the tide next year. They will launch God of War Ragnarok outside that window so that they don't cannibalize each other. Come on, use your brains. They're not going to do that. Horizon Forbidden West will be PlayStation's big front-runner game for 2022 because it's action-adventure. God of War Ragnarok would cannibalize each other. No. If Ragnarok lands next year, it'll be in the holidays, and that pushes it over into 2023 for Game of the Year awards. VT Wardo with a $20 tip. Paying to end the peaky. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You think Horizon Forbidden West February and then God of War October, November? No way. They already had to mess with the game once because of the actor, the lead voice actor's injury. No, I don't think so. Starfield will be in the running. But I'm telling you, Elden Ring is the game to beat. Elden Ring is going to be an absolute Leviathan game next year as far as game awards. It's going to get like 8 or 9 nominations, easy. Horizon Forbidden West will get awards for sure, but I'm telling you, Elden Ring's the front runner without a shadow of doubt in my mind. And if God of War Ragnarok comes out next year, it'll come out December. If it doesn't come out December, they'll give it the same treatment Horizon Forbidden West. They'll kick it in the first quarter of 2023. They're not going to cannibalize. Why would they cannibalize each other? They paid that voice actor to fake that injury. Can't wait for you to watch you walk this back come November. I'm not going to complain if it launches in November. I'll get to play it earlier. November's when my birthday is. You're not going to see me getting grumpy about that. But I'm telling you right now, why would they do that? Why? Why is Joe Pesci breaking your pipes? Why would they do that? They could dominate 2 years of award nominations. Like, you'd see Horizon Forbidden West in all these categories, and then the next year, God of War Ragnarok in all these categories. They'll step on each other's toes. They don't release games based on Game of the Year awards. Press X to doubt. Doubt. Why did Halo Infinite try so hard to launch by November 15th? There was a rumored leak date of November the 15th. Why? Because that would put them in contention for Video Game Awards. When did Forza launch? Forza 5 release date. When? November the 5th. right before. No one cares about the Game Awards? Oh, for frick, you guys are... No. Why would they turn down an easy $10 million in sales? So you think that if they launched next year, they get $10 million in sales, and if they push it into 2023, what, they don't make those sales? The 15th of November was the 20th anniversary? Okay, that probably had more to do with it. You're right. Okay, I'll concede that point. Okay, we'll see. We'll see who ends up being right. We will. We will. I'm putting my chips on the table. I'm saying that God of War Ragnarok launches holiday of 2022, or they'll push it into 2023. They're not going to cannibalize one of their other products getting lauded and praised, nominated, and given awards. They're not going to do it. No way. No way. I think you underestimate the pull and the marketing that the video game awards are starting to get. I think people are actually starting to take it way more serious. The movies do things and navigate things for the Oscars, and video games are going to start to think similarly about the Game Awards. I'm telling you right now, Game Awards is becoming... Keighley is building something that is going to be a standout production live show every year. It will be one of the most watched live events. You write that down. Millions of views, and then if you're nominated, it's just free press. Just free press, millions of eyeballs all week long with the noms, all week long with the lead up, and then the actual night that it happens. I'm telling you right now, I've watched the industry, I've watched live events, I've watched conferences change shape, and what Keighley is building is going to become a central event every year. Central event every year. Ragnarok will release on November the 14th. The BAFTAs and DICE are the award shows if you want credibility. Game of the Years are mini E3. No. Game Awards is on an upward trajectory. It's on an upward trajectory. Just watch. Did you see who was at the event? Everybody was there. You got Phil Spencer and Reggie in the same room. You gonna act like this is just some little frou-frou thing they threw together? No. No. Sony doubles up on titles all of the time. Last of Us and Miles. But Miles... God of War and Spider-Man. Okay, now that's a much better made point. Okay. God of War and Spider-Man were close together. Here's why I think your point is good, but not great, Eugene. Your point's good, but not great. The Last of Us and Spider-Man are very different. God of War and Spider-Man are very, very different. Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok are incredibly similar. They're incredibly similar. They're third-person action-adventure games with amazing graphics. Spider-Man Miles Morales and Last of Us 2. Last of Us and Ghosts. I still think there is so much more similarity between God of War and Horizon Forbidden West. I think this is a good discussion. This is a good discussion and a good debate. 5-spot from Gritter. I barely buy collector's editions for games. You better believe I bought the Elden Ring yesterday. I'm really excited. I appreciated the heads up, Gritter. I appreciated the heads up. I don't see how Game Awards is doing different than E3. It's a glorified 3-hour marketing event. It's so funny. It's so funny how many YouTubers had that take, Alarian. YouTubers who make us like most of their money from advertisements. Lacking in self-awareness. Can't believe Video Game Awards, man. Just a bunch of ads. Says a YouTuber whose income is 90% based on ads. Unless you're like me and most of your income comes from paid memberships. It's just complete lack of self-awareness. Not you, Alarian, but like you're banging on a drum that so many YouTubers banged on. I'm like, okay, well then I guess turn all your ads off then so people can get to the content. The reveals, the world premieres, the way that show flowed, that was the best live show I have ever covered. And I've covered a lot of them. I don't get what anybody's talking about. I don't get it at all. It was just this, it was great. It was excellent. It was a 10 out of 10 production. And it wasn't disrupted by like advertisements. The ads were super short and necessary. I'm being hyperbolic and oversimplifying. I'm just saying it's not doing a ton of what we haven't seen before. But, okay. Here's the thing about the Game Awards. They are filling a void on multiple levels. That time of the year, nothing's going on, okay? E3's on the way out. Even I think PAX is kind of shrinking and on the way out, right? I personally think GCX is on its road to trouble if things come out about Rare Drop. I think they'll start to lose sponsors and people won't be involved if that stuff comes out. So Game Awards can stand to be one of the leaders of like, here is a central hotbed of announcements and trailers and prestige and everybody's there. Like, it can become, and it's so simple. It's one evening. It's not some week-long thing. It's not some 2, 3, and 4 day conference. It's one evening, and it's literally jam-packed full. It's bloated with stuff. I don't know. I see the Game Awards becoming a very, very special, highly anticipated, highly watched event, and I think it'll become the leader. It'll become the leading live event in gaming. That's what I think. Based on everything I've watched in the industry and everything I've ever covered or been a part of, I was a host at Main Stage E3, interviewing big developers. And I'm telling you right now, what Keighley's building lands on the trajectory of what people are expecting and wanting from a live event about gaming. What big events are there left? E3 dead, Gamescom okay, PAX dying, so Game Awards is filling the void. That's right. That's right. And Keighley gets it. I think he truly understands how to put together a show like that. It's all the greatness about reveals with none of the BS fluff. Right, it was just trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer. It was awesome. It was awesome. When you go to see a movie and it's like, you get like 5 amazing trailers before the movie starts, you love that, right? Nothing getting in your way, just trailer after trailer after trailer. He did an excellent job. There's such a trend of companies pulling out of E3 so the awards get to take main stage. Right. Couldn't you say those world premiere trailers are ads? Right. I don't care about interviews with some indie dev about how they use watercolors to bring a character to life. If you're just tuning in, we'd love to hear from you about the Elden Ring leaks. No spoilers contained in this broadcast. We're nearing 1,000 votes on the poll. Elden Ring leaks. Will you look at them? 60% are saying no, 40% are saying yes. Feel free to hit subscribe. That way you can talk in chat. We would love to hear from you on this. Another coffee order 5 minutes ago, a Frickmas bag going to Riley. Thank you so much, Riley, for that order. And thank you to all the new subs today. We love meeting new people. Every Friday is From Friday. We talk a FromSoftware game in the morning. We're talking Elden Ring right now. We'll be playing Sekiro this afternoon. Game Awards equals 3 hours. E3 equals 3 days. Same content that people care about. Yeah, basically Keighley took E3 and why people would tune into E3. He put it in a 3-hour broadcast, which means the budget was so much more manageable. And it's such a great morsel. It's so consumable. It's a 3-hour broadcast. That's it. Then you're done. You got like a 3 days conference worth of announcements and trailers and hype and excitement in 3 hours. I'm telling you, the man gets it. He's a visionary. He understands. He's a significantly better host than he used to be. He is coming to his own. I really respect that guy's hustle. I really do. I really do. I'd love to work with him. I think he gets it. I think he looked at the landscape. I said this stuff during my E3 coverage. I said this when I was at E3 hosting. I said, these companies need to start to lean into the live audience. This idea of like a conference and these big rooms and let's set up a booth. No one cares about that anymore. People want to sit at home and watch trailers. I love the Game Awards as well. It was great. Eugene is right. The Last of Us 2 came out June 19th, and Ghost of Tsushima was 7/17. But again, those are right on top of each other, and they're very, very different games. I don't think that's the same as what I've been talking about. Used to be my daily morning show on Purple. I don't want to throw off the topic, but I respect and appreciate what you're doing. Don't ever stop. Thank you, Riley. Thank you. Thanks for being here, saying that, and ordering some coffee. That means a lot. It really does. We I gotta tell you, this is a very different Christmas this year. It's a very different Christmas than Christmas 2020. I'll just say that. And you guys are a huge part of that. Yo, good morning, Hitman. I highly recommend still watching Game of Thrones. The journey's incredible. Similar to how people trashing the ending of Law, still an amazing journey. I get it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like watching stuff with, I know what's in that show, especially season 1. I don't watch content like that. My wife certainly doesn't want to watch content like that. Everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes, preferences, and standards. And I have to avoid that kind of content just for my own personal reasons and, my own beliefs, but also just my own, my own life limp that I have. I can't watch that kind of stuff. I think maybe I'm just misrepresenting the commentary. I think Game Awards is a great show, but I just see it as another marketing event where all the game companies show off their stuff. But if it's done in a way that's super enjoyable and super consumable, Ilarian, that's why it's so great. They're going to do it anyway, right? There's going to be marketing events. There's going to be marketing pushes. There's going to be trailers and buy our game, buy our game. That's going to happen anyway. So it's like, why not have it in such a beautiful, jam-packed morsel, such a good meal? That's why it's going to be, I think, the central live event every year. I know they pull back on it, Hitman. I know season 1 was just like, what is going on? And then they pulled back, but there's so much. I know that there's so much of it in the show, and believe me, the people that are in that show, yeah, it's better for me to not watch it because they have some of the most beautiful people in existence on that show. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Just not something I can do. So where are we in Sekiro? We just beat Genichiro. Is that his name? The lightning guy. Just beat him last episode. I almost walked away that day. I did. I almost walked away. I was like, I don't like this. Quit sucker punching me. If a guy's going to have 3 phases, give him 3 dots above his health bar. I thought, oh man, this guy's nothing. Two health bars, this guy's nothing. And then the lightning round surprised me, and I was like, come on. I didn't like it. It felt like the Madame Butterfly betrayal, and I didn't like it. And it almost made me quit because it was a morale killer. It wasn't about it being hard or frustrating. I don't like being sucker punched. Genichiro. Oh, Genichiro. I'm up to him too in Sekiro. Yeah. That's when the game clicked for me. Oh, I whooped him real good. It was like my second or third time getting to the lightning round. It might have just been the second time. Freaking whooped him. Felt so good. I was like, frick you, bro. I whooped him. It felt really, really good. Once you pick up on the lunging reversal, it makes the phase seem like a victory lap. Right. Yeah. Because you already know his other moves. Genichiro. Who cares? Mr. Lightning. The lightning round. Who's on your shirt? It's Destro. It's from G.I. Joe. Genichiro. Sekiro. I like the one guy when he talks to you. He's like, Sekiro. Oh, man. Voice actors that are so cool. I love the way they say Sekiro. Sekiro. It's awesome. I like that in Ghost of Tsushima when they're like, Samurai. It's like, man, the voice actors are so dope. No Guardian Ape Duo? No, nah. I know that's another tilting fight. I know that. Well, that's not what I typed. Genichiro? Everybody's typing different stuff. It's Genichiro. 2 kanji name. When he misses the phonetics? What do you mean? Oh, Genichiro. No, Genichiro. Frick it. Elden Ring leaks perfect. Didn't plan on playing, but can read the story. If you are interested in the Elden Ring leaks, no spoilers. I'm not putting it in this broadcast. You can go and find them on your own. Take the poll at the top of the chat. We're interested to see if you would go and read them, and we have almost 1,000 votes. 41% saying yes, they would go read the Elden Ring leaks. 59% saying no. So, sounds like a new coffee from Starbucks. Ganichiro? You typed Gee. You typed G-E-E. Now you're typing Ga. Kane says, the Guardian Ape duo isn't that bad. There's far worse. Oh no, I wish I had started to try to type phonetics. We've gotten Lono further away from where we began. Bolachiros. Bolachiros. I beat that guy, right? I beat Bolachiros. Yeah, I've heard that the owl fight is crazy. I've heard that. I have heard that. We should not be hitting. Yeah, whatever. It's Gary, call him Gary. Right. It's skewed because those of us that just don't care also say no. Oh, no, you won't read? It is a little skewed, Telorn. Sure, you're like, I don't care about the game. I'm not going to go read them. Right. Who cares how it's pronounced? I actually like to try to say people's names as they're pronounced. We're friends with a Korean family, and the dad was going by like his last name, and I was like, what's your name? And it's hard to pronounce, but I trained myself and practiced, and I know how to pronounce his name now. It's actually not as hard as people think. And so I call him by his name. I'm like, no, this is your name. I'm not calling you that. He likes going by his last name, so it's not a huge deal. But, so, hitting what? I said we were hitting something? I said hitting? He won't fight Demon of Hatred. Saying how it looks is fine if Japanese isn't your first language. People get too upset over these things. Ever fought a headless in Sekiro? I did one fight of a headless and people were like, no, you're not supposed to do this yet, and I died. So, Lono out here calling people Aaron. Yeah, I beat Aaron. You said we should not be hitting something? Oh, the temperature's in the rig. I'm just monitoring. We should not be hitting 78 Celsius peaks. Like, we had a 77, and now we just hit a 78, and I'm not doing anything. I don't know. The guy put in the new pump, and he said that he was full loading, and it was staying in the 30s, and I'm like, that can't be possibly true. I'm only using 30% of the CPU to broadcast right now. It shouldn't be hitting that. I don't know. It's worrying, because we're not even doing anything. I'm just freaking sitting here. No movement on the screen, no nothing. Like, I don't know. I'm curious about something. Let's see here. Do I have it set up? I do have it set up. Let's get to a scene where there's a lot going on. There you go. I'm confused. Is SNCR OnlyFans? No. This is the story trailer if you haven't seen it yet. This is the Elden Ring story trailer that they released during the Game Awards. So, did he apply thermal paste? Yeah, I don't know. Takashi says, I don't pester Lono about pronunciation, but since he said a long time ago he likes the Japanese language, I reckon he enjoys some pointers every now and then. Yeah, no, I do. 30 on idle, no way in full, lad. That's what I'm saying. Like, how on earth can a water pump do that? Like, it right now with this trailer running in the background is maintaining 67 degrees Celsius. So, I think you're the subject matter expert here. Any information on a pronunciation is much appreciated. Yeah, I like when he's giving me pointers and tips. So this isn't doing anything to the CPU, and it's not doing anything to the temperature. So we're probably okay. What we should do is look up. It was Mortal Shell that caused all that weirdness, wasn't it? It was Mortal Shell. SNTR Gaming Returnal is a suggested search? Huh. That's funny. That's really, really funny. Where did we do Mortal Shell? Was it over here? Was it over on this channel? Yeah. We had all kind of issues with this game. Yeah, we hit 72 during that little stint here. If you guys haven't played Mortal Shell, the combat in it was super weird. Super weird. Okay, well we're showing this gameplay, we're maintaining 68 degrees Celsius. So he must have just been overstating his case. He must have been overstating his case, because that game and that game's footage was just absolutely jacking with my temperature back when we streamed it. It was like, what the frick is going on? This game was rough. Yeah, the combat in Mortal Shell, I don't know. I just couldn't click with it. It is weird. Let me help you out real quick. How to say it? Okay, hang on.
Genichiro Tenryu.
Genichiro? Genichiro?
Genichiro Tenryu.
Genichiro? Genichiro? Okay. It kind of rolls. Genichiro? If your GPU can brew Rageless Roast. Your temperatures are normal. I know. It's when he told me what he told me, I was like, my gosh. So maybe he was telling me it's sitting at 35 idle, and that's like really cool. Like that's very good. Genichiro. The literal translation of the word butterfly in German is little thing that clatters. I like that. I like that. That's good. Or clattering or hatchling. Yo, good morning, Vapor. Good morning, Vapor. That last Returnal run was epic. Yeah, it's interesting that somewhere, somehow, people are searching for my SNTR Gaming Returnal run. To the point that, like, if you search SNTR Gaming, it's a suggested search. That run is legendary. It really is. It's a legendary run through the friggin' game. It's so great. Hair's on point. It is, isn't it? It's getting really long. Like, we're in the period of time where, like, it's long and kind of cool and crazy looking, and then eventually it's like, I can't do anything with it. My haircut had to get bumped into January, so I'm going to be looking a little wild. I'm gonna be looking pretty wild. Long hair Lono coming back. No. I don't want to go back to long hair. I like my hair this length. Here's a question. I'm in my 40s. I save my console boxes. Anyone else? Yeah, I save my console boxes because if I need to pack, especially, I really like the Xbox Series X box. The box that it comes in. When I pack it up and take it up to Ohio, like to play with my nephews, the box is so good. The foam, it's thick. It holds it real snug. Yeah, I like to keep my boxes for that reason. If I ever travel with them, I've got a very, very good, container for it. Yeah. My last name is the literal translation of butterfly in Polish. Really? If you're just tuning in for Elden Ring coverage, every Friday is From Friday on this channel, so do me a favor and hit subscribe so you don't miss my content. Monday through Friday, we cover lots of gaming news, but on Fridays, we dedicate it to From Fridays. We cover FromSoftware titles in the morning, and then gameplay in the afternoons, and we have just had an absolutely killer turnout today. Just absolutely thrilled with the response to this thing that we do on Fridays, so thank you so much for that. Really, this is just, it's I don't want to say it's a dream come true, but my gosh, we didn't know if this was going to be something people would buy into, and so many of you have bought into it, so thank you. If you hit subscribe and the bell button, we'll be doing some Sekiro this afternoon. Monday through Friday, it's just video game radio. Great conversations about gaming news, and every Friday is dedicated to FromSoftware stuff, so thank you so much. I'm kind of blown away. I really am. I thought last week we were riding off the video game awards, and I didn't want to get too excited, but gee, many Christmas, the turnout today has just been so amazing, so thank you very, very much. I've got an Xbox One, Xbox, a PS5 box, a Switch box, controller boxes, even an Alexa box. Yeah, I got a lot of my boxes in this closet over here. I've just, in case I ever need to box something up, I have them. I like to do that very much. We like to keep the instructions for things, and we've never corrected my son on this, and then my daughter started correcting him, and I was like, no, don't correct him. He calls the instructions that come with something, and he started doing this with Legos. He calls them constructions. And I didn't correct him because I'm like, that's actually adorable and kind of accurate. They're literally the instructions on how to construct something. So they are the constructions. And so she started correcting him. I'm like, no, he can say that. I was like, it's fine. It's his thing. It's accurate. So he'll be like, get the constructions. And so, I don't know, just those little cute things your kids do, you know? I totally let him do it. I'm like, go for it, go for it. He is so funny. He did something last night. He just has such a way about him. They were looking at stuff on my wife's phone, like Christmas decorations, and he saw something he thought was really pretty, and he was like, Merry Christmas, that's pretty. And I was like, what? He sounded like me. He sounded like me. I was like, why would you say that, you know? Like, Merry Christmas, that's pretty. Oh, man. I loved it. I was like, that is it, man. He's got this, I don't know. He's got a way about him. Have you applied for the Midnight Society CM role yet? No. We're going to, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to spend 2 years. We're going to spend 2 years applying the same formula I applied when I was on Purple. We're going to become undeniable. That's my goal. Whether we do stuff with split screen, shoutcasting, whether we just do a great talk show, I've got an entirely other segment that's been built like split screen, a whole studio that's been built. I got a theme song. I got a title for the show. We're going to do everything we can. We're going to do everything we can to be undeniable. I'm not going to start reaching out to companies right now. We're not there. We're not there. No detailing the plan. Well, people should know if they're pestering me to like reach out to people or reach out to this person or that company. You should know. You should know that we're yeah, well, Creature, people tried to steal my ideas when I was on Purple, and the real can of Coke came through. All of the fake imitations are nothing. So I'm not worried about people. You want to try and do what I do? Go for it. You think you can do split screen? You think you can do a show like that? Go for it. Go for it. I'm not threatened. I'm not worried. Toshibo coming in with a brand new membership. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You are dope and deserve dope stuff. When you become a member here, you get a little badge next to your name. You get emotes that you can use in chat. If you like to use Discord servers, you get increased access in our Discord. We just recently hit 400 members and unlocked an emote. We unlocked Lonogasm. We're like 40-something members away from another emote unlock. And because we hit that membership goal, we will be doing Halo Infinite custom games tonight, but we will be doing it from my split-screen casting desk. We're bringing that back. Big changes. 343 apologizes to the Halo community. When was this announced? How's that guy covering that? I've not seen anything. We might have to cover that Monday. Halo's been very good to us. Anytime we've covered it, I've been very surprised. Creature has aged twice as fast since he started producing for Lono. The secret plan is be successful. Creature's right. Better keep that a secret. I have teary eyes of happiness, Lono and Creature, for what you've done and continue to do. Thanks, Insanity. 1 hour ago, it was from the live stream today. Really? Okay. We'll break it down. We'll probably have to break that down Monday. Our Halo coverage has been absolutely stellar. People have really enjoyed it. I was not expecting that. I think people like that. I'm honest. I'm fair, and I'm critical about Halo. Like I don't buy into the fanboyism, but I also am not just immediately negative about everything. I think I've won some goodwill with the Halo community with my coverage. Rakic says, good morning, chat. Peace and blessings. Thank you. Lono would be better off making his own job as a freelance industry analysis or something instead of belonging to one company. Why work for just one when you can get all of them to hire you? I could give people so much. I could do so much consulting on how to handle your social media, how to handle streams, how to handle announcements. Like I said, I would help. I want to help New World. I'm like, what the frick are you guys doing? Let me consult here. Gee, money, Christmas, you know? You can't just poorly imitate split screen. You have to have a certain chutzpah and talent, which they don't have. It's not arrogance to say I'm not threatened by people stealing my ideas. It's just confidence. It's like, you want to try and steal my ideas, you go for it. I watched numerous people try to steal my show ideas and my segment ideas, and it was always very poorly received. It didn't go well. It was like, what the frick are you doing? Like, this is... If it doesn't come from you and your passion, it will seem fake. It won't seem authentic, you know? We also enjoy watching you play. It makes us feel like MLG pros. The Halo community is like, you got to watch this guy. He's he is not very good. It makes me feel very good about myself. Misses all kind of easy shots. They're making good changes, and thank God. Need those fanboys quarantined in Halo and not running amok in other games. Oh, shut up, Eugene. Well, Lono, one of those rare Sony fanboys that doesn't shut down every other game. I was talking about split screen. They can't replicate that. Oh, you were not talking about split screen. They can't replicate that. I didn't go into any details about our plan. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not going to be reaching out to Doc Disrespect or Midnight Society. I'm gonna make it to where they would be interested. I want to get to a point where people want to come to me. That's my goal. I'm not coming to you, hat in hand. Please work with me. Please, like ignore the cancel brigade of 2020. No. I'll be standing tall 2023 being like, you can DM me or email me. I'm busy. That's the goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like Gothix once told me, she was like, just focus on what makes you money. And I was like, okay. She's like, quit getting tied up in all this stuff. She's like, if you're too busy focusing on stuff that makes you money, all the rest of this stuff fades away. And I'm like, okay, girl, I hear you. I hear you in that. Like, it's good. It's good strategy. D-Dizzle with 4 months of subs, or 4 months of membership. Welcome back. Loving the content, sir. Looking forward to tonight's split screen. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Welcome on back in. Oh, yeah, Halo fan night tonight, right? Yes. George McDaniel, let me guess, a live service game, but not an endless grinding. But what XP boost or whatever they will call it, and more of the same. But like I said, have fun. I'll stick with the old games. What game are you talking about, George McDaniel? I speculated early today in the Elden Ring leaks coverage that I did right at the beginning that if they do another tech test, that really adds credence to my prediction about them potentially wanting to be live service, right? Cowboy Life Simulator Prologue. That's good advice, says Lightly. My girlfriend told me the same thing recently when I was doing too much. She's also an investment banker, so of course they think like that. It's really good when someone can complete you like that, right? Like have the different perspectives. Like my wife and I have learned that through therapy. Like we're still going every other week, and it's so helpful. And then we go out to dinner afterwards and have like a date night, which is just so life-giving when you're parents. You know what I'm saying? It's just so nice. And it's something that we've just so been keenly made aware of, and as you grow in self-awareness and grow in awareness of another person, is just how much we complete each other, you know? She's very just rigid and clear thinking and detail oriented and very black and white, and I'm very gray and very visionary and very like big picture, and I'm not detail oriented at all. And it was just like when you start to see that, like you kind of like blink, you like plug in, man, you are undefeated. Nobody can defeat you. Nobody can defeat you. I said it in the one AMA with her. I was like, I think people underestimated who they were messing with. It's like, you can't win. We're unbeatable. We're unbeatable when we're united. So, give up now. Give up now or suffer the consequences. Sounds super healthy for a relationship. I might have to take a page out of your book. Your girlfriend and your wife? No, I was reading Lightleap. Lightleap has a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. I have a wife. Yeah, it's great, guys. Yeah, I have a really great relationship with my girlfriend and my wife. It's amazing. They really complete me. I want someday for Lono to get recognized when he steps outside. I've been recognized before. I've been recognized here locally. I've been recognized at Target. I was recognized once at an Apple store. Unfortunately, now I'd probably be recognized for all the wrong dadgum reasons. But, you know. I just checked out your split screen from a Trials match. You're pretty good with the play-by-play. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I used to say that I shoutcast at a professional level, and Creature's like, no, you're a professional shoutcaster. And he's right. I was contracted by Microsoft Game Night. I did their Fortnite thing. I was contracted to do an entire charity event in Fortnite. I shoutcasted it. I was contracted to go do a Rivals thing out in Burbank with Brittany, the woman who's the actor for Angel in Borderlands. So I've worked at the highest echelon of professional casting that you can without getting into like the absolute biggest leagues, like right underneath that. I've been at that level, so professionally and hired. So we want to maybe bring some of that element to the litany of content that we create. So got a new girlfriend, wife found out, got to sell everything. There you go. Go out with an X-Files shirt. The truth is out there. You get 100% of the Super Chats? No. Super Chats and memberships are 70-30. And we have a way to tip directly through the network, but you can do whatever is best for you. There's no reason for you to feel like you like. If you do Super Chats and members, that's fine. If you order coffee, all that's fine. Like, don't worry about any of that. Like, when you get a bag of coffee, obviously there's a margin on it, right? So it's no different than a Super Chat or a membership. Another order coffee, speak of the devil, a dark roast going out there to Crooked Tongues. Thank you very much for ordering a bag of coffee, Crooked Tongues. Thank you to all the new folks that have come in today. Press subscribe, press like, and have enjoyed, I think, a very great discussion today about Elden Ring and leaks and wikis and everything else. If you haven't hit sub yet, feel free to do that. How can I tip on mobile? You can use the tip command, or you can click the little $sign. There should be a little $sign right next to the, $sign right next to the chat box. Super Chat 70-30, so I haven't been paying for your entire B orders. I don't think like that. Don't think like that. Don't worry. There's no reason to be concerned about any of that. You're supporting. You know what I'm saying? You're supporting. Who cares about the rest? Did you get the B order in? Oh shoot, I didn't. Oh dang it. It was already have Hazy Jane. It was, what was it? Zombie Dust? Didn't I order Zombie Dust last time? I feel like no, I have not. Threefold Zombie Dust Pale Ale. Is that what you want me to get? A 6-pack of cans. Yeah, they have it. Add. And then you wanted me to get more Hazy Jane, which I can do no problem. We might be able to get it in. We might be able to get it in before tonight. Yeah, the Brewdog Hazy Jane. Add. Let me see if we can get it. Yeah, let me switch it to delivery and see if we can get it delivered today. We might be able to. They're usually able to do same day from Total Wine. So yeah. Zombie Dust is good stuff. Yeah, I've never had it. Select delivery window. Today is the 17th. Yep, I can. Confirm that. Okay, I've confirmed the delivery window. If anybody is going to make any more requests, like Super Chat recommendations of drinks or whatever, do that. Smash like, smash subscribe. Give me a brief. I got to run upstairs super quick and use the restroom. I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for the massive support today. It's unbelievable. Really is. And don't forget, Sekiro is coming up. More Sekiro gameplay is coming up. And tonight is the Halo Infinite custom games. So make sure you're sub with the bell button. Make sure your membership's active if you wanted to partake tonight. All right? I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. Do Wolverine and Lightleaf have channels on YouTube? Yeah, Wolvie does. Wolvie does Crucible Coliseum. Like, if you're still looking for Destiny content, you can just go to YouTube and type Crucible Coliseum. You'll find him. He's been doing Halo. He's been doing Destiny. He's been doing Trials. It was just such... It just got awkward. It was like, I didn't know what to do. Like, consistently promoting a channel that covers a game that just absolutely just mistreated me. I just couldn't... It was just so unfair. I didn't know what to do. But I don't know. It's a very different place now, so why is everything becoming open world? It's a good question. Here's the Infinite update. Let me read this to you guys. If you're not a fan of Halo, sorry. If you're here for the Elden Ring leaks, we can get back to that in just a second. In the latest community stream, Jeff Hook, head of design of 343 Industries, has apologized for the disappointing aspects involving the event and the event-based content, and disclosed the drastic changes that will be coming to the game, starting with the next Tenrai event scheduled for January. While talking about the mixed reactions received from the fans for Tenrai, the head of design at 343 said, "I didn't do a good enough job of reviewing a bunch of the assets that went out." What did I say just 2 days ago? Addressing the issues of assets in the shop, he said, "None of that should be available in the store. We made that mistake. I'm sorry about that." As part of the much-needed changes, Jeff Hook confirmed the massive changes fans can expect to see in the coming events. For instance, the event pass will now include more content like shoulders, coatings, and gears in place of challenge swaps and XP boosts. I told you guys that it was mostly symptomatic of something that was mismanaged. It was not sinister. This guy's like, "I did not do a good job reviewing a bunch of the assets that went out." That is called accountability. I appreciate that. I appreciate the tone and the ownership. I respect it. So I just think we're assigning malice to something that is not. So I really, really respect that tone and that ownership. Contrast that to Bungie's version of ownership. All right, no more. That's all. That's it. That's a glancing blow, but I don't want to get down in the mud. Okay, I'm gonna put this order through, Hilly. Hazy Jane today, between 4 and 5, Hazy Jane and Zombie Dust. I'm gonna give you guys 60 more seconds. 60 more seconds, because I don't want something. The last time I did this, like, somebody suddenly did it, and I was like, it's too late. The order's in. Excuse me. With all their issues, if you decide to pick up and play that game, do you think the community would expose themselves by focusing on you? Yeah, like a beer order. Yeah, Wallaby. I can't play it. I'm banned, homie. I'm banned, and they've never told me why. So I you know what I'm saying? I don't know why, and so I'm not going to ban evade and make an alt account. They would immediately try and get my YouTube channel taken if I did that. That's probably one of the reasons why they did it. They're like, well, this dum-dum will get so desperate, he'll make another account, and then we'll get his channel taken. Why would a company have such a vested interest in hurting somebody and silencing somebody? Why? Do you want to see the Elden Ring leaks? No, I do not. No, if you guys want to take the poll, over 1,000 votes by now, I'm sure. Yes. Woof, what a poll today. Look at the results. 60-40 split. Most people saying no, they would not look, but 40% saying they would. I am Melee coming in with a brand new membership. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. I love that avatar. I am Melee. And then he's like, would you like to buy some insurance? I love that picture. It's such a contrast to your username. Warrior of the Darklands. And then just like a nice corporate picture. Like a yearbook photo. It's perfect. It's perfect. Welcome in. Welcome in. Would breaking their TOS be grounds to take your channel down? Yes. Yeah. I think all of the streaming platforms universally have that in their TOS, that you can't stream yourself breaking somebody else's TOS. Like, you can't stream yourself cheating in a video game. your channel can get taken down for that because you're streaming yourself breaking the TOS of another company. Purple, YouTube, and Facebook, I'm fairly certain all have that in their TOS. You can't do that. It's a community guideline strike on YouTube, I'm fairly certain. Does the place that you order drinks from have any type of drinks? They got wine, liquor, rum, anything you could think of. It's Total Wine and More. They got everything. West 6 Pennyrile Pale Ale. Well, I do it. I don't just order. I'm not asking you to, but people do this. They tip and say, here's the money. Buy this one. It's really, really good. Because there have been some ones that people have done that with, and I haven't enjoyed them. So, iMelee says, longtime sub on Purple and member on SNTR Presents on YouTube. Hate getting reset back to day one, but glad to help this channel grow. Melee, I appreciate that. There is still going to be content hitting SNTR Presents and streams. January should be potentially a very big turning point for the channel with things that we'll be doing. So I appreciate it if you still have a membership over there. There's a lot of people have kept their membership there because they like the badge. They like having the red or whatever. So I was surprised that Jarvis still had his channel after the whole Fortnite thing. Well, he probably got a strike. He probably got a strike for doing it, but they didn't take the channel, right? Creature, I don't think we're running it today. I don't think we're running it today. I want to call the whole thing off. I want to call the whole thing off today. No saying it a rage story. Doesn't feel right. You have a spot that's concerning. And and with these people reaching out to me and the potential for me to like do like a big expose video or something, exposing them, yeah, let's just hold off. Because I don't want to. I just don't want to feed their narrative. I don't want to feed their narrative of like he needs this for relevancy. Because like me being like I'm done, and then the very next week being like, well, Bungie reached out, but ex-Bungie employees reached out. I edited that, but not running is the right call. It was such a good video, but yeah, it's not right. It's just not the right call right now. Because that's all people would do is they would just run with the narrative of like, he's just a liar. Look, he said he was done, and now he's doing this big video on Bungie. And it's like, yeah, well, I recorded that before an ex-employee reached out and gave me some freaking bombshells. So, all right. I'm going to put this order through. Calm before the storm. Oh, it doesn't meet the minimum requirement threshold of $25. Please add $1 before checking out. Oh, well, for frick's sake. Cannot wait for that video. Yeah. It's big. Make the video in DLC for members only in Feb. All that teasing. I think you owe me a bag of dark roast delivered via drone. More beer. Do you have more than one employee reaching out? I had one and potentially another, and then no one else has said anything. I guarantee you I'm probably not going to get a lot of people because they're freaking terrified. But what I've already got is good. So, that's all I'll say. What I've already received is very good. So, with the potential of more. So, this individual is, yeah. I'm not saying anymore. What's one that I haven't gotten in a while that I really like? You be drinking tonight on split screen? Yeah, we may scale back tonight depending on viewership. If we get into like the 400 or 500 viewers, I'm not going to get sloshed. I'm going to put on a great show. If we hover around the same viewership as last week, yeah, we can get a little tipsy. But if this starts to become like a Friday night spectacle, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like falling out of the chair. I like Coors Banquet. Oh, Craig, thank you. I actually really liked that. Somebody recommended that the one time. I'll get some of that. Thank you. That'll push me over, and then we'll be good. I actually really, really liked it. I thought it was very tasty. Surprisingly enough. Okay, there we go. That'll complete the order. I have a $5 reward that expires. I'm going to apply that. Okay. You Getting Sloshed is a great show. I can get tipsy, right? Oh, yeah, Hilly, you do you. You do you, boo-boo. You do you, boo-boo. All right, the order's placed. No more. I'm only doing that because somebody recommended and paid for Zombie Dust like a week ago, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't do it. So that'll be here this evening. Okay. Oh, shoot. I got to schedule the next stream. Let's see here. I made my Sekiro thumb. There it is. Save the image. Let's go live. Schedule. No, not create new. Import from last week. There we go. Reuse these settings. Episode 5 of Sekiro. Change the thumb. You can't do this within 24 hours. A little glitch. It's hilarious. Part 5. Okay. Monetization on. I don't know why monetization wouldn't be on. That should import that setting from the previous stream, but okay. Done. Where do you guys see this thumb that I made for split screen custom games tonight? Where do you see it? It's good. It's real good. Okay, let me go in here. Make sure that redirect is set up. I forgot to do that like once recently. It was so irritating. Oh, is this the tweet? Is this the tweet? Did they just send a tweet about lore? The Snow Witch tale is in need of an ending. Perhaps the Tarnished will be able to provide one. Learn more about the Shattering. Okay. I do everything better drunk apart from my work performance. Except, yes. So they just pushed this out. Oh, this is old though. That's not new. It's a 5-day-old article that they published. Yeah, so this is something that they published on the 10th? No, 7 days ago. I don't know if this is even worth looking at. It's 10 days. It's 7 days old. It's a week old. It's so weird. Oh, is that October the 12th? I wasn't sure if they put the date before the month. Well, but they've got pictures and stuff in here from the story trailer that just hit. They just tweeted it. Coming soon, news and a trailer. Oh, so this was like their precursor for the trailer that came out. Is the date and the month switch? I don't know, because it's Bandai, so they might do it differently than we Americans would. We do month, day, year. Other places go, like other countries go small to big. They go day, month, year. Which I guess makes sense. I guess it makes sense. Oh yeah, they switch it. So this is only 7 days old. This is only 7 days old. So they might have published this when the trailer went out. It says, a look into the history of Elden Ring's land between the age of gods. The storyteller folds her slender hands, both pairs, and speaks. It happened an age ago, but when I recall, I see it true. So I think this is from the trailer. So begins the tale of the Shattering, a devastating war between the children of Marika, demigods, and the land between. One grim night in the depths of winter, a flock of unknown assassins stole across the land between. In a cutaneous attack, the foul covenant snuffed out the lives of many of the God Queen's kin throughout the empire, too numerous and too scattered for her godly protection to save. The assassins' targets were multifold, but none was as devastating a loss to the Eternal Queen as that of Godwyn the Golden. After his death, the Elden Ring was somehow shattered, and the order of the world broke with it. Out of the chaos came war, open, bitter war, pitting blood against blood and kin against kin. The conflict broke a vast and prosperous empire into brittle fragments. No single side could find enough purchase to maintain a decisive victory, even when fueled by the power of a great rune. The battle of General Radon against Millennia the Severed illustrated that neither strength nor skill alone would be enough to take control of the entirety of the lands of Marika had united. And so the lands between are no longer gripped by open war, but caught in an uneasy stalemate that seems impossible to resolve. Unless, of course, the storyteller says, a coy smile on her lips, thou shouldst take the crown? Take a deeper dive into the carefully crafted mythology of George R.R. Martin, author of the New York Times best-selling fantasy series A Song of Ice and Fire, and the world created by FromSoftware based on his work in the new trailer available here. Yeah, so they did this when they published the trailer. Transported to ages long ago, you will relive the Shattering, a war that brought darkness to the lands between, initiated by demigods' hunger for power. You'll fight alongside General Radon and Millennia the Severed. But even those two undefeatable warriors couldn't reunite a world so badly broken. There is only one hope left. The hope that a new Elden Lord will rise and lift the veil of shadows that has fallen over Marika's domain. Who paid Lono to read? The wait is almost over. Soon you'll venture into the lands between and strive to become its Elden Lord. Stand ready, Tarnished, and prepare to claim what fate was promised you. Elden Ring is available for pre-orders and will launch on February 25th, 2022. For PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC via Steam. The game offers a free upgrade to PS5 for players who purchase the PS4 version and supports smart delivery for Xbox, allowing players to play on both Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S for the single purchase. Yeah, so that's basically a breakdown of what the trailer's about. Faster? Yeah, sorry. Void where prohibited. Those like disclaimers at the end of commercials. Void where prohibited. You should be the guy that reads the disclaimers at the end of the medicine stuff. Yeah. I miss it, Lono. Can you read it again? I just got here. Yeah, sure. It says, no, Abe. Read it yourself. Sounds so rich. Yeah, it does. It sounds good. Like I said, it sounds to me like story is going to be very, very central to this game. Very, very central. Let's try it again, but give it a more sultry, more smoky, really get into the character. For English, seems logic to go month, date, year. Yeah, but again, it also seems logical to go small, medium, big, right? Like day, month, year makes sense. You're going from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Yo, what's good, Aaron? Good, got a glass of Icy Orange? There you go. Lono humming the French anthem again. What if I did that? Like, what if I laid clues in the streams, like, by humming stuff, and you guys had no idea? They're like, you know. Lono immigrated to France, and he was trying to tell us. he was trying to tell us. Say the date, then abbreviate it. But some people might say the 11th of January 2022. January 11th, 2022, sure. But you could say, in a couple of weeks on the 11th of January 2022, you can say it the other way. It's just not how we say it. We would say on January the 22nd, 2022. But I think you could still say, yeah, we're planning to launch our new title on the 11th of January 2022. I think you can say it. You can say it either way. One's just more natural to us because that's how we've always said it. I'd argue the opposite. Biggest denominator to lowest. Year, month, day. Yeah, and you could go in 2022, January the 11th. That would be a little bit more awkward doing the year first, though. In spoken form, it feels weird to do the year first. This way is indexed chronologically, automatically. Yeah. It doesn't really matter, though. You can say the date however you want, but I ain't calling French fries chips. You can listen, man. You can say the date however you want, man. You can worship the queen, but I am not saying chips for French fries. I do 12, 17, 20. It's easier. Fozzie says, no, it matters. We are fighting about this, Lono. It matters. In spoken language. Right. You mean freedom fries? Yes. I mean freedom fries. Yeah, cookies equal biscuits, fries are chips, and chips are crisps. But is Zendaya an icon or not? You know what's funny? Somebody left like a really thoughtful comment on that past broadcast. Like, they went back and watched the past broadcast and they got into our embroiled discussion, and they're like, you guys were basically both right, is what they said. They like were really diplomatic about it, you know? It was really funny. I was like, the fact that you can go back and enjoy such a ridiculous debate, like, who cares, right? But we were just hotly debating it, and come back and not even be in the live audience and be like, you know, I can really see both sides on this Zendaya debate, you know? It made me laugh. It really did. I read the comment and I, like, out loud chuckled. I was like, this is great. This is everything I want. Somebody getting enjoyment from the most ludicrous debate ever. So pointless, so subjective and meaningless, and yet we were in the ring, dude, just having it out. It was great. Really, really made me laugh. Yo, Life Flows renewing their membership, getting that teal badge. Welcome back to Gaming Tier 1. I appreciate that. I saw that comment. It wasn't me, though. No, Takashi, if it's you, it's a book. Takashi's like, hey, Lono, you know, long time haven't commented in a while. On the subject of why the samurai puts his sword in the way that he does, it's actually rooted in this. And he writes like a freaking book. And I read it. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And I'm like scrolling. Like, oh, okay. Oh, man. It's perfect. It's like, it's so unnecessary, and yet I'm thankful for it. There's a user named Donut who does the same thing. Donut, I don't think catches the live streams, but is a huge FromSoftware fan, and will leave like these lengthy pieces of feedback. Like, I can see why you got frustrated. You know, people in chat weren't really giving you good advice or whatever the frick. He's good too. Donut leaves good comments. Oh, congrats, Abe. Yeah, if you guys are members and you're going to be joining us tonight for Halo Infinite custom games, be sure to preemptively send friend requests to Hilly on Xbox. His name is literally just Hilly Hijinks with a space. Hijinks is Hijinx. Hilly Hijinks. And that'll be a really quick way to get you guys into the game. Yo, what's good, Train? Glad to be here. Happy Friday, double dip. Good to see you, Train. Fozzie with a $5 tip. In Europe, the delicious cereal Cookie Crisps would be neither cookies nor crisps, but instead just biscuits and milk. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Happy holidays. Wait. Are they doing something? Are they doing something with Returnal? Happy holidays from Housemark. Oh, these are Christmas cards from all the developers. Oh, man. I really, really want them to do something. Shoot. Really hoping for a DLC for that game. PlayStation fanboy practicing Halo for tonight. Zubair's like, no, he's right. He's shaking my world up. Think about that for a second. Really put that in your noodle. Cookie Crisps. Just be biscuits and milk. My girlfriend told me, incredible how Lono always reads and comments on your comments. Such a nice guy. Oh, really? That's sweet. Yeah. I do my best to do that because I don't know. I know YouTubers definitely get to a scale where they can't do that, and so I always like to do things like that when I can. Because I mean, there's obviously things that change with scale, right? There are things that scale, and you just can't do it. Like whenever we were over on Purple, you know, I couldn't shout out followers anymore, and I definitely wasn't responding to every single person in chat, all their messages. And so there's just certain things that fade with time and with growth. And so I'm like, well, when I'm this size, I want to respond to every message that I can. You know, it's good anyway. It's good for the algorithm, but also I like doing it. So he tries for sure. Badger, Lono is the GOAT. Thank you. Lono, a nice guy. This man just violently attacks moms. That's exactly how cancel culture works, isn't it, Abe? Like, I make a joke about someone's mom, totally in jest and in good nature, but then that's the headline. He violently attacks mothers. This man should be in prison. Under UK law, VAT on cakes and biscuits is set to 0. We have companies claiming everything is a biscuit. Like, what's this? It looks like a cheeseburger. No, not this, mate. This is a biscuit. It's clearly a cheeseburger. No, it's not. No, it is not. It's a biscuit. It's a biscuit with different ingredients. This one's got a little bit of meat, little cheese, and a little bit of lettuce. It's a biscuit, mate. Like, no, it's not. Listen, I'm going to take you out back. I'm going to split you end to end if you don't shut your mouth. It's a biscuit. Take your greasy cheese biscuit and move along. Oh, man. All these burger joints are suddenly calling their burgers biscuits. Like, that's not a biscuit, bro. What do people in the UK call biscuits? Cookies. Like a cookie's a biscuit. Are you having a laugh? Yeah. Are you having a laugh? I like that. Yeah. Taking the piss, having a laugh. Yeah. It's a meaty biscuit. That's right. Oh. I might have to order a biscuit and chips for lunch. A biscuit is a scone. Then what's a crumpet? A crumpet is a crumpet. A crumpet is like a very different. It's like It's like if a cookie and an English muffin had a baby. That's kind of what a crumpet is. That's what it makes me think of. If you took an English muffin and you like cookieified it, that's what a crumpet is. Do you take sugar? No thanks, Turkish. I'm sweet enough. Brick top. You stalk me again whilst I'm walking. I will cut your Jacobs off. Tells him he'll cut his Jacobs off. Cuts his legs. Oh man, is a taco a biscuit? Come on, Zubair. We don't have time for World War III with England. A crumpet is a crumpet, but according to accounting, it's also a biscuit. No. A crumpet is a biscuit. Anyone else eat soda crackers? No. No, sir. Yeah, this is a crumpet. Yeah, that looks to me like an English muffin that's been, like, injected with a cookie. You know what I mean? Like a soft cookie. It's like doughy and sweet. It's good. It's not quite an English muffin. Like, it's similar to an English muffin, but it's not an English muffin. It would last all of 30 seconds. We have time. A jammy Dodger. Yo, get me a jammy Dodger. It's got jam in it. Why is it called a Dodger, though? A jammy Dodger. It's delicious. Give me a cuppa and a jammy Dodger. I was including flight time. Jammy tax Dodger. Oh, those are called hobnobs. Oh, those look good, actually. Are they like, they're probably like hard, like a ginger snap. A ginger snap. Not to be confused with when Ginger went off about the Witch Queen. It's a cookie. Why are diapers called nappies? I don't know. Maybe because you give it to them before they take a nap? Give them a fresh nappy? I don't know. You guys have wagon wheels? Like wagon wheel noodles? What's the top biscuit in the States? An Oreo would probably be the top cookie in the States. An Oreo. Closely followed by maybe like Chips Ahoy. His name is named to Gingermus Prime. Yuck. Yeah, Oreos are extremely popular. They're also vegan. Did you know that? Because of knapsack. Yeah, like a haversack or a knapsack. Custard cream. Oh, that looks good. I feel like British people actually beat the crap out of us with pastries. I don't think we compete. I really don't. I think our pastries, like our go to the store and buy a box of pastries, not like going to the baker. You know what I mean? Our mass-produced pastries, I don't think they're at the level of British pastries. The best manager I ever worked for was from Manchester, and it was always fun discussing the various language differences. Regular or golden Oreos? I prefer golden Oreos. Yeah, the vanilla. Germans have the best pastries? Yeah, Germans probably win, but I'm saying comparing American pastries to British pastries, I think we lose. I don't know. Our mass-produced pastries are just gross. They're just ugh. I don't know. Let me make sure I got my... Hang on a second. Ba-boo, ba-boo. Gotta make sure the old PlayStation's working. Twinkies are fire, though. Listen, this is gonna seem really like American, and I know like Woody Harrelson's character like loves them in that one movie. I think Twinkies are garbage. They literally taste like garbage. I do not get why people like them. I'm serious. Like, just throw them in the bin. They're trash. They're actual trash. I know people are gonna lose their mind, but like, I think Twinkies are just, I think they're honestly disgusting. They're not appetizing. I just think they taste bad. They need more cream. Okay, is the sound coming through? Okay, perfect. Someone's not surviving the apocalypse. Yeah, I'll be okay, dude. It's like eating chemicals. Yes! Minus, that's exactly what it is. That's what it is. I feel like I'm eating chemicals. It doesn't taste like a pastry. It tastes like some kind of a science experiment. Like, I feel like I'm in the future, and they're like, this food replicator will give you what you want. Simply ask it to make any pastry of your choice. And you're like, I'll have a Twinkie. And it just appears out of thin air. That's what I feel like I'm tasting. Like, some manufactured thing. I'm like, this is, ugh. It doesn't taste good. Yeah, greasy chemicals. Yes. Like a science experiment. It just doesn't, it's I literally feel like I'm eating something out of a replicator. Like, it's trying to taste like something. It's like, it's trying to mimic the flavor of something else. That's what it tastes like. It's space food? I don't know. It's true. I think it's truly terrible. Truly awful. You think that's food you're eating now? You think that's air you're breathing? Again. I know Kung Fu. Whoa. All those chemicals are not for flavor? Oh, I know. It's to make them last. They last for forever. I still know Kung Fu. Show me. Such a good scene. Morpheus is fighting Neo. There was a time when they tasted good, and that time is gone. That dream is gone from me. That's good. That was good. That was very subtle, but that was excellent. It was a very well executed joke. I'm very pleased with that. You gonna see the new Matrix? Oh, of course. Does the Pope poop in the woods? Of course I'm going. I haven't had those treats in a long time. Even at my most self-destructive, I can't bring myself to eat them. Yeah. Who knows where synthetic vanilla comes from? Would love to send some Japanese pastries and sweets to you and yours. Even if you don't end up liking them, should be an experience I can guarantee. You should try some on your next trip to Japan. My next trip to Japan? I've never been there, not once. I would love to come and visit. I've never been there. I would love it. If I could spend money and like suddenly learn a language, that would be the language I would do it. If I could like spend money, they're like, we'll just download the language into your brain, that would be the one that I would want to learn. Just like, boop, give it to me. Either Japanese or Korean. Probably Japanese, because it's probably spoken by more people. Pancrate's a good company to try. Honestly, a Twinkie is a hot dog. Get out, Frank. Don't you start that crap here, Frank. Don't you start that nonsense here. Almost 1,200 votes on the poll. Let's get a couple more votes on the poll. It's still getting votes even now. Elden Ring leaks. Will you look at them? We're getting ready to shift gears into Sekiro. I don't even know what I'm in for today. I don't. I always have this weird foreboding like sense of like, ugh. And then I get in and I'm like, okay. There are countries that won't sell or don't have regulations against half of the snacks and foods that we in America shove down our gullet. I feel like those languages would have the least utility. No. With the globalization, if you can speak Japanese, oh my gosh, you could immediately be in a position at a company that if you work at a company that interacts with Japan, you're immediately hired. If you're fluent, you're immediately hired. There are companies right now like dying to have people on staff that would be good liaisons and ambassadors to, to Asian countries. Oh my word. Since you seem to enjoy Japanese so much, one would imagine you've been here before. Yeah, no, playing through Tsushima, I think I developed a very strong love for the language. It just sounds so cool. And again, we have Korean friends and there's similarities in the sounds, right? But yeah. Yeah, Mandarin's more widely spoken. It is, I think, yeah. Mandarin is, I think, the most spoken language in the world, I believe. I think Chinese is harder to learn because of all the tones. Arabic and Chinese would be more useful. Oh, no, I'm not saying that it would be the most useful. I think it would be useful. I don't think, yeah, if you can learn Mandarin, oh my word, you could write your own ticket. If you became fluent in Mandarin, yeah, same idea. You could write your own ticket. You could almost any company that deals with China and you'd be in. They would love to hire you. Hot dog apologist is Frank. 3 more votes on the poll to hit 1,200. Let's see if we can get 1,200 votes on the poll. Where are we on the like count? Can we roll over? If there's 40 people that haven't hit like yet, we might hit 400 likes today. That would be amazing. That helps the past broadcast. Y'all are the best. Another really strong day. We're getting ready to jump into Sekiro. Sekiro. Let me get my scene set for Sekiro. Hang on. There we go. Turn that one off. We'll do this. Do a little of that. Do a little of this. Do a little of that. There you go. Okay, that'll work. There it is, 1,200 votes. I'm going to end the poll. That's what I was thinking. It seems like a lot of Japanese speak English. Yeah, maybe. Exactly. Not many Japanese people speak foreign languages, and most multinationals have businesses with Japan, if not branches. Yeah, maybe in foreign business, yeah, the higher-ups at these companies would probably speak English. You're probably right. You're probably right. Probably. Sekiro. Sekiro gameplay from Friday, episode 5. Live. Let me get you guys a link to where we're headed. Make sure it is the featured video on the channel. Man, what a great turnout, guys. Again, thank you so much for such a strong stream this morning. Holy moly. Just excellent. Just excellent. Share that, and then we'll come in here, get our tweet ready. send that tweet out. Do an announcement in the Discord. And then we'll do this. Pin that. Come back here. Hit analytics. Switch this. Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Episode 5 of Sekiro gameplay for our From Friday. We do a talk show in the morning, typically about Elden Ring, to celebrate From Friday. And then in the afternoon, we play through FromSoftware games. And today, we're working our way through Sekiro. We recently finished my very first playthrough of Dark Souls 3, and now we are working on Sekiro. We will bring over everybody from the other stream this morning. We talked about the Elden Ring leaks, but we did it without any